Oh my God. I was going to let that play forever. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me. I'm doing a little Let's Draw today. Just change things up a little bit. Have a little fun with that. I'm actually trying something new for myself in the realm of drawing. I've never actually inked my own artwork before. I'm primarily just a sketch artist, and I'll come and do some good line work. As far as inking, I've never done it before. But I figured I'd take a page from two of my favorite artists and give my hand or try my hand at it. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to say from this going forward, I'm actually going to do a stream every Tuesday. I know today's Wednesday, but with the holiday on Monday, kind of threw me off a little bit, and then Nicotina's show being canceled multiple days kind of threw me off as well, so I didn't get to do it yesterday. But I figured, hey, I need to go ahead and get this up off the ground. I know that I haven't been streaming as much, some other issues because of that, but I'm negating all that and saying, you know what, throwing caution to the wind, I'm going to come back out and just have some fun. So without further ado, let me see, I'm going to bring in one of my partners in crime. Here he is. You know him as Anthony.
What up?
Everyone else knows him as Dave Batista. How's it going, Dave?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Man, I'm looking this way, so I got to switch that around. Hey, what's up? I can see you now.
I'm kind of yeah. So yeah.
How you been? How you been, man? I mean, we haven't streamed since I don't know last Thursday. Damn, that seems like a long time. It's almost a week.
Yeah, it almost is a week. Legitimate, like just 1 day short of it. No, right. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
And for those of you keeping count, so
yeah, yeah. Same shit, man. Working.
Yeah. So I know that you saw A Quiet Place 2. Yes. But right now, I'm here to tell you, I haven't seen it yet. So
no, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's awesome though. It's my opinion better than the first one. So go.
Okay.
Get a chance. Watch it. It's fire. It's fire.
So today's the 2nd. Okay, so 2 more days, and I get to watch The Conjuring 3. And I'm down for that one because that one comes out on HBO Max, and I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah,
I can just watch it. I'm not gonna miss out on that. But for A Quiet Place 2, I was like, man, I gotta go to the theater. Damn it, Paramount.
Yeah, and here's the thing about it. Like, luckily for me, it was in my hometown, which is a very small, like old. I need to take some pictures of that movie theater in my town just to show people like how old school it is. It's really old school. They did some remodeling to it a couple years ago, but it's still a small, like, it has the I'll tell you what it has. BVS, when they're coming out of the movie theater, you know what I'm talking about? Right before the Waynes get murdered, that's what it looks like on the outside. The marquee, it has a marquee and all of that shit. So, like, yeah, it's an old movie theater. But luckily they were playing it. It's short. Actually, I'd say the best way to experience it is going to the movies, but it is short. It's like an hour and a half or less. So,
okay.
But
it's a short film. It's a short film.
It's short. It's
okay,
short, yeah.
interesting.
But it was fire from start to finish. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm down. So we have another guest waiting backstage, and there was another one that popped on and popped off. Maybe he'll come back in. But without further ado, I'm going to bring in Simon. Simon Blaze here.
What up?
Hey, how's it going,
very talented artist in my hometown. Which Anthony was just here a couple weeks ago. So.
Oh, you were here, really?
Yeah. We hung out for a bit, man. We hung out for a weekend. Yeah, it was originally for the
Dallas.
Zack Snyder's Justice League, like the thing at the museum.
Oh yeah.
They ended. It was supposed to be there for 3 months. They ended up changing it to 2 months, and so we missed it. But we still made a weekend out of it. We had a fucking blast, dude.
Oh yeah, we had a great time. We had a great time, man.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
But yeah, so it was fun. So how have you been, man? How have you been since last we spoke? You and your brother, you guys finished. What was it? Was it a GoFundMe or was it
a Kickstarter?
Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter, and you guys actually succeeded in completing your Kickstarter. How has that been going for you guys?
Well, it's actually going very, very well. We are in the finish line, finishing the last 2 chapters that we have left. and we're trying to get it done by the beginning of July because we have the convention here in Houston called Anime Matsuri, right?
Okay.
And we are gonna have a panel over there to tackle about
Oh,
manga
nice.
this, and yeah, it's gonna be it's scary because it's my first time talking in public in a while in front of people. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, if all goes well for you, if you have a fear, at least you get to wear a mask. So you're good on that front. If you can hide behind the mask,
yeah,
just like Batman.
that cosplay, yeah. But no, it should be okay. It's me and my brother and some of the voice actors that are part of my manga. So it's gonna be a good time. I can show you a little bit later on if you want to.
I'm always down for
what you guys are
sneak
working
peeks.
on. So. Yeah.
I'm always down for some sneak peeks. Yes.
and we have another guest waiting backstage. Let me bring him out. What's up? This is Alessandro.
What's up?
Hi man, how you doing?
Hey man, this now this guy created a fantastic mural, and in which I had blonde hair, so it's my doppelganger from Earth 2.
I don't know why I remember. I was like, I going to draw Zeeverfett, and I was like, wait, was he blonde? I didn't remember, so I.
No, it was funny. My son pointed that out to me, so he's like, "Hey, you're blonde." So I was like, "Okay." So how are you doing, man? How's everything going on your end of the globe?
Oh, here nice in Peru. We're having a bit of quite a horrible winter, so it's quite cold here. Man. So. But it doesn't snow. It only rains a lot.
But it's a lot of rain.
Yes. And no, these days I've been doing some commissions for a client. There is a bank in my city. And there's a city from outside of my city. There's a bank that found me and one of my colleagues and said, "Okay, you guys do art, right? Okay, we will call you." And we are now doing a little comic for them. So it's quite nice. That's something.
Okay. I mean, it's a step up from drawing people on buses. So
yes, it is.
Yeah. So like I was telling Simon before we started the stream, is that I actually I'm starting a comic, and it's been something that I've been working on in my mind. Since 2008, I've drawn certain things about it. I could probably pull that up, but I've drawn certain things for
your story,
my story, my story, my characters, my pretty much everything, and I know that you guys have done a lot of artwork, and Simon's done a lot of artwork, and the way that it kind of works is, especially with in film, in music, in just line art, and just drawing, is you really have to rely on yourself. You can't really. I mean, Simon has the benefit of having a talented brother. I don't have that benefit, and a lot of people don't have that benefit. So you really have to rely on your own skill to get things accomplished. Because I've done this. I've done startup businesses, all kinds of different things where you rely on other people, and it's very difficult to do so. And sometimes nothing ever gets pushed forward, because you're having to collaborate or depend on. Like one of my startup businesses, the guy jetted off to California, left two of us, high and dry, and we had just started the company. So I mean, it's been a lot of different situations like that. There was another one where I was a part of something, and I had two people in Houston and then one in Chicago, and the guy in Chicago had personal issues. They both had personal issues, family. Well, not really family, just spouse issues, and that took him away from the venture. So and if you don't, if those things are something that you sort of depend or rely on other people, chances are if you can't pick up the slack, then the project is pretty much over or shelved indefinitely. So a lot of that stuff can happen. So I was like, I'm at a point in my life where I can devote some of my time to the project, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do that. So, and Dawson, who's fast asleep right now because it's past his bedtime, he inspired me when he made his comic.
Wait.
And when
Lord.
Yeah,
Divine
Vine Lord. Yeah, when he put his Vine
Yes,
Lord, and he's
crazy,
working on
man.
the second one of this series. I think it's the sequel.
Oh, it's the no, it's the other one. It's the one.
Oh, Savage.
Yeah, Savage. Yeah,
Savage.
So he has food.
We're gonna Savage right now. Yeah.
So, but he inspired me because I mean he's just drawing on a tablet, and and
nice.
I've got this nice Wacom right here, and I do a lot of my own art. I make like I do this, I do stuff for t-shirts and manipulations and things like that, and I've done some stuff in television, but I haven't. I've just been sitting on this project that I had, and then I got from one of my, of course, Dawson, knew that my favorite comic book artist is Jim Lee, so I got this awesome thick book filled with just a lot of line work and ink.
Line work. Oh, sketches.
Oh, no, it's not even ink. It's just line work.
Yeah,
and
pencil.
so yes, just pencil.
It's pure pencil.
And so I mean, it's really, really, really good, really talented guy, and so I came across this image of the Flash. I'll bring this up real quick, and I was like, you know what? Let me a couple days ago said, let me go ahead and just draw this out. So it was something that Jim Lee drew back in 2019. And I really like this because I like dynamic action shots like this, where your character is moving, and you can sort of like just looking at it, you can sort of feel like, okay, he is actually moving. It's not just, I mean, you can make that into a statue, but this the dynamic movement sort of gives it life instead of, just your stoic, everybody's kind of standing around or whatever. And then another artist, my second favorite comic book artist, which is David Finch, took Jim Lee's drawing and he drew it himself. And so I was like, you know what? Let me.
That's a nice challenge.
Yeah.
So I said, let me do that, and let me come back over to this screen, and let me go ahead and pencil it. So I did this.
Wait, that's you. That's your.
This is me.
Oh, okay, man, that's pretty.
So,
neat.
Oh yeah, and he showed me the Justice League that he did when I was there to visit a few weeks ago. The one on the paper, that's
right. Yes. Oh, thank you. So yeah, I mean, I've dabbled, and I was like, you know what? I have this comic book thing that I wanted to make, and what better to sort of kind of flex my my artistic muscles than to draw something that somebody else has already drawn and try to replicate it as best I can, and then take what I've learned and apply it to this other, my own personal, characters and story and whatnot. So that's sort of what I'm doing here. And I just made an ink. Oh, it's still not drawing. Oh no, wait, it's white. Ha, never mind. That's why it wasn't drawing. So
I remember not long ago there was a little challenge too with what's his name? Scott Campbell, who did covers for Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there were some people doing redrawings of some of his covers, and that he then opened up about and said, "Okay, guys, try to redraw it in your own style." And a lot of people, a lot of artists came around and were like, "Oh man!" And he was so contributive to these people. He was very supportive with new artists taking, for example, this is a new one, and it's awesome when artists support that more new ones are.
Yeah.
For example, this is his cover. Of
really good.
Scott Campbell.
Right.
And this is other artists with a more simpler style. And this girl tried to redraw it, and there are lots of them.
Yeah, it's called Draw This in Your Style Challenge.
Exactly.
It became a trend on the art world, pretty much.
So my style is much more realistic, and it's not as like I hold on. Let me see if let me take this off of here, and
I mean that's also Flash from the Rebirth, right? Rebirth Flash.
Rebirth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's buff again.
So I also did that, which people put out this past week, and nobody knew that I did that, and I put that out.
What the hell? You did that?
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I saw it.
I did that, and you know,
like
basically
4 months ago, probably.
No, I did this last year.
Oh, so before you showed me, you did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
I done this last year. I originally had, you know, instead of Warner Brothers, I originally had, you know, of course, the Superman logo behind it, and you know, some, you know, and I put that out, and you know, it got taken down real quick. But yeah, so I put that out, you know, and this is, you know, just something else that I drew and rendered and just made that for Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle, yeah.
And I wanted to come up with something that was sort of, you know, either Central or South American, but still, you know, had that beetle, and they sort of have like that sort of culture kind of tied to it, versus just being, it was, you know, because usually when you see this, usually when you see it, it's just blank, it's just blue, and that's it. And I was like, you know, there's no definition to it. There's nothing interesting. So I went through and I said, you know, hey, let me flesh this out and give you that. Let me see. I'll probably have to re-upload what I did with The Rock, which, you know, or Anthony, whatever. But anyway, so while we're looking at that, let me just jump over to the chat real quick, because I haven't acknowledged these guys yet, and I appreciate everybody for being here. It's awesome. Simon's here. Hey, Simon, how you doing? We got Alessandro in the house. What's up? It's fire.
What's up?
Lewis, what's up? Reese, how you doing? Let's see. Job. Zorath is here. There you go. ACS Universe, what's good? What's good, guy? Let's see. You should upload 10-hour version of the intro. That would be funny. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, it's good that I didn't fall asleep before the show actually, you know, came off, because then it would just be 10 hours of Henry Cavill Superman flying. Yes, and I will get to start drawing in a bit. Truth's up in here. What up, man? Hit that like button. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. This guy has some pretty good takes. I appreciate his takes, and that's why I go and listen to that guy. He's pretty good.
A video about Batman, analyzing his arc in BBS. I love to hear that video. Usually,
no, I mean, and Dawson also has analyzed that to the nth degree, because it's, you know, it's a favorite film. My Local Cinema is from the 1930s.
You saw his video about Man of Steel?
The Man of Steel?
Yeah.
No. Are you talking about the recent one with that has Kevin Costner, and he's like
about patent?
I haven't seen that one yet. But I do plan on watching it. He's asleep. He's asleep. So a classic tether. Yes. Let's go. We got Nicotina in the chat. I would have sent him a link, but I know that he is forbidden from joining the shows. Mr. Blaze, that's right. We got Lewis ACS. Yeah, he's Mask of Shy. He's showing his love for everybody. No, Luz Nintendo is probably working out something with Nicotina on their next stream.
Right.
Geeks Cosmic is here. Oh, okay. Geek Studio. Sorry. I didn't want to call him Inhuman Quake, but he's here. Stuff. What's up? Cool. Yeah, I know what that means. Have you all? Okay, so it's a little inside joke, but have you guys ever seen that one movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's called The Sixth Day, where and so when Arnold say cool, they say it, and it's not in unison, so it's cool. But they both say it, and it's silly. So that's what that is. Yes. I hope so. I mean, he's a really good, talented artist too. I really like. I like his interpretation. Very, very, very realistic. But his more is of the style of like Golden Age and maybe 1950s aesthetic. And like everybody's wearing, you know, sort of like a costume, actual costume that somebody would sew.
But I think Alex Ross also relies a lot on painting. Remember, it's not just the figure; he also paints it very
Oh yeah. There's a and I paint myself. The only thing I don't do is sew. I can paint. I sculpt. I can vacuum form, which is what you would.
You could try it today, maybe.
Vacuum form? No, I don't. You need an oven and a high powered and also some molds.
No, I meant painting.
Oh, painting. Oh, okay.
Yes, maybe the flash drawing. I don't know. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, again, my goal today was to try to attempt to, when I'm going to do another layer. If it sucks, it sucks. I'll just delete the layer. But I was going to attempt to do that. And if you guys had any tips, as I'm going through it, feel free to let me know what you think. 6 day, yeah, 6 days is awesome. See, Joey's up in here. Is that the one where he got the Turbo Man doll? What was that called? That was called Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way,
which is incidentally is Anthony's favorite movie. I see. Jingle All the Way. There you see, he's loving it. Last action hero. That was pretty funny too. The guy with the fake eye, funny. That messed with me when I was a kid. I was like, whoa.
Yo, it was like this. It was
it was that eye. It was that eye. That's crazy. Let's see. Zach also paints. Well, yeah, no, Zach's an artist. Let's see, best Christmas movie ever, Jingle All the Way. There you go. So we've caught up with the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Chat amongst yourselves. We're gonna kind of get into it a little bit, and I'm gonna start drawing, so I can't jump over to the chat as much. But I want to thank everybody for being here. And yeah, I mean, if you guys see the chat and you guys want to interact or bring up a point or have me bring up somebody's chat, let me know, and I'll definitely bring that up. I don't know. I don't think I can give rights. Can I do that? Can you share rights? No,
it's you have to do it before. It's just cool. I'll tell you somebody's. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just let me know. But yeah, I mean, so guys, when did you guys start drawing for comics? I guess I'll start with Simon. When did you start drawing for the comic book format or the that genre?
For the format or the genre, well, of course, when I was in high school, I used to do little comic strips when I was bored in class, right?
Yeah.
That's how I came up with ideas. But professionally, we started working on a comic book for my friend that has an independent film. So he wanted to have a tie-in comic to his independent film. Mm-hmm. I will say 2013, 2014, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And then that led us to a different project. Same story. A guy that wanted to have a film, but wanted to have a comic book tie-in. So we were working on his story for a little bit.
Yeah.
And that will be 2015. And after that, we started doing, or during that time, we were doing our own thing as well. Okay. But yeah, we started around doing professional work. I will say 2013.
Okay. Well, that's cool. And what was your first? What was the first thing that you drew?
In my life?
No. No. Professionally. Yeah.
Oh, professionally, probably the first paid job was probably a T-shirt design.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I don't recall exactly for what. Church camp or something like that. That was that, and then we started doing T-shirt designs for some YouTube channels, Game of Thrones related stuff.
You're speaking Anthony's language right there.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is fire, dude. Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah. We have to do something with I drink and I know things. That we have to design something with that tagline and things like
poster,
that.
Actually, you have a poster with all the characters. I think, in a particular anime style.
We have different Game of Thrones posters in chibi style that we
style.
Yeah, we used to go to Con of Thrones and sell stuff there. But yeah, we have stuff like that, commissions like that we have done.
So you're a big Game of Thrones fan, or was that just for the money?
I no, both. I love Game of Thrones. We have the same issues that there has with the last 2-3 seasons. The show falls apart, especially in the last few episodes. But the show was very big, and it was a very interesting
I watched
story.
the first season, and I couldn't get past it. Like
Really?
the character that I was watching or that I cared about was Sean Bean. And,
Oh, yeah,
he died. I was like, no. I was like, it just brought back that Lord of the Rings mojo.
Yeah. So I got into Game of Thrones because I thought it was gonna be a realistic take of history. So I thought it was this other show called The Tudors, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put Game of Thrones or whatever. Because I used to watch a lot of shows before I fell asleep. So I'm like, I gotta put Game of Thrones so I can just take a nap. And I put the first episode. I'm like, I see zombies and nice people. I'm like, this is not realistic. And then I was hooked. I'm like, okay, I see. This is cool. And I watched like half of the season in one night before falling asleep. But yeah, that's my first experience with Game of Thrones.
Oh, you didn't know there was a book?
Oh no, none of that. I knew about it later on.
Yeah, I didn't catch on to it until after 2 seasons were already done. It was in between season 2 and 3. I was watching a show called Spartacus, and it ended.
Yeah.
Once Spartacus ended,
an old movie.
No, not that movie.
No, the series.
Yeah, so like, and I thought the series was fire. Spartacus was fire. And after it got it done, I was on my final deployment to Afghanistan, and the dudes were like, "Yo, you need to watch this show, Game of Thrones." And I was like, "Yo, I don't want to watch that Dungeons and Dragons bullshit." You know what I mean? Because that's how it struck me. I knew it was a book and whatever, and then they was like, "Nah, dude, just watch it." I mean, if you like Spartacus, you're gonna. And so I gave it a try, and I was just I'll say this: there's 2 moments which I didn't have the same experience with the last few seasons. The final season, yes, there's some issues there, but overall, I think I was satisfied with how it ended, like the very last episode. But there's 2 points in time when I almost quit watching Game of Thrones. 2. One of them, it's one of them. Like one of them was when, like he just said, Sean Bean when
I was like, no,
when
they already killed
when he died. I remember where I was. I was in my cot, and I was, I had my laptop on my chest watching it, headphones on, and I got done, and I was like, no fucking way that just happened. No way. And the people, but I had a couple of people who recommended it to me who had read the books, and they were just like, they knew it was going to happen. It was like, no, that shit happens in the books too. They didn't just do it for the show. So it took me, I think it took me about a week before I resumed. And then the next one, I thought it was, I still to this day think it was kind of unnecessary to kill Jon Snow at the end of season 5. Was it 5 or 6?
No, that was 5.
Yeah, I thought it was unnecessary. Like when it ended, I was like, why did they do that? Like, you know what I mean? I was so mad that like
they resurrect him later. So
do what?
He doesn't really die. Jon Snow.
Spoilers.
No, I know. I know that. What I'm saying is like,
come on,
Anthony. Happened, I was watching.
Okay, damn it.
Yeah.
No, but at that point in time, most people that don't read the books don't know that. Even people that read the books, they don't know that. As far as we know, in the books, Jon Snow is dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he hasn't resurrected in the books. that was a spoiler even for the book readers.
I didn't know about that.
No, that guy's been holding back that book for like 6-7 years now.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with that. And he still has more. How's he ever going to finish that before?
That's like a meme now. He's never gonna finish Winds of Winter.
Yeah, exactly. But no, overall, I loved it. But that one too, I was. If it hadn't been a season finale where we had to wait a year, don't know if I would have picked back up watching the show because I was just so mad at that. I was like, I don't understand why you guys did that. But otherwise, there's for as far as the television series, that show is Battle of the Bastards, dude. I can't even begin to describe that episode as far as how epic it is. It's scaled just for being a television series. So yeah, that's my Game of Thrones experience.
Okay.
So how's yours, Alessandro? How's your Game of Thrones experience?
I just saw the first season.
Oh, okay.
Oh
my God! Spoilers.
But yes, after that I was like, okay, but because I feel it was quite a nihilistic take on the medieval on the medieval time because I knew there was books, and I have friends that read the books, and I was like, okay, they told me, they already spoiled me the whole plot, so I was like, no problem. But it felt so empty. I felt so empty inside, and after the first season, I was like, I don't know if I want to keep watching this. I feel
it gets better.
tired.
It gets worse and it gets better.
Yeah, I saw a lot of
that
scenes
was
later.
Me. I never picked it back up. I watched the first season, and that was it for me. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I felt it was quite interesting because then I start seeing a lot of, because I didn't watch it on TV, but I saw it on YouTube. I just wrote, okay, spoilers for next season, and
really? Oh, come on, dude.
Yes, I didn't care. I was like, okay, tell me the story, and the story was like, oh yeah, this guy dies, and this guy. I was like, okay, this guy sounds cool. Next season, he dies. Oh well, a scene of how this character dies. Let's see if his death is at least interesting. No, he dies in a horrible, pathetic way. Oh, well.
That's the best part.
Oh, there you go.
That's interesting, but I don't know. I feel there's a lot of amount of darkness I can stand. That I love darkness, but sometimes it's like, this came out of nowhere. Sometimes that I don't know. Sometimes
it's better when you watch it so you get context. And because they throw hints at you in your face and you don't even know.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm not saying it's not a bad written series. I'm not saying that, at least for that time. But I just feel a bit of that feeling that hurts me a bit. Okay, that's it. Oh, by the way, I'm seeing what the hell is Zeever doing?
He's rotating. Hey, he penciled that.
No, yeah.
TW was asking if you penciled that, and I was like,
"Oh yeah." So I did this on Monday, and then I wanted to go back because, I didn't do all the rendering. Like, if you can see, I don't have a pointer, but let's see. If you can see down here, let me just drag it down. Like, all of if you look on this photo here, see, guys, what I did here. Let me remove that. What I did was, for those just joining, let me demonstrate what I am up to. So Jim Lee originally drew this.
Yes.
And if you see all the black, in his crotch and his thigh,
yes,
and right there beneath his left hand, all that's just completely black. It's just inch black or whatever.
Full
Same
ink.
thing with this one here that was drawn by or redrawn by David Finch. Is that you still have those areas here. Well, what I did is all that is just it's white, so I haven't really colored it in yet. I just pencil it.
You don't need to. You will do it anyway. So
yeah. So with this layer that I'm working on here, I'm just going back over. Let me see. Oops. I'm just going over it, the blue, and just filling in all the void. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I've never done this before as far as comic book shading. Usually when I shade, it's natural light. It's sort of there is no hash marks or anything like that. So I've never actually done this before, and so I'm just trying my hand at it. And I know that Simon and Alessandro have both worked on various comic book properties, and whether it be their own or commission, and I just really wanted to share what I'm doing and just sort of have them critique it live, or give me pointers live, or whatever they want.
Okay.
No, I see you're doing it fine. But I was just curious, like, why you're rotating the whole canvas.
Because sometimes it's easier to work like that.
it is because I don't want to rotate my body around because I have a huge. This is not a.
It's like.
Oh,
it's. I've been there. It's like this big.
Yeah, I can't move the tablet, so I'd have to anchor myself around it because it's 24 inches.
I see.
Yeah, so it's a big canvas for me to work on.
Yeah, it's like if you're working on a piece of paper and then you turn the paper to work in a certain area, it's easier sometimes to move the
Yeah.
canvas around.
I don't know because I usually like when you saw one of my videos. Each time I do my videos, like I just literally put.
You don't move the page. No, that's impressive.
No, it stays stuck to the table, like it's just there, and I'm like,
Oh, that's
because-
cool. No, it's a
Oh.
preference. It depends on the artist, honestly. Like we all have different like
no,
styles and
exactly.
preferences.
I'm curious, just that.
No, you're rare because most people have to move the canvas to adjust to
Yeah.
their hand.
Yeah.
Like it's rare. I have done it like that, like you do it. Mainly because I know I'm recording my screen, so I try to not move the screen so the final video is not like all over the place. But it's hard.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about the video quality. Just because this is it's a live stream. I'm not trying to demonstrate anything here.
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
So
nice. By the way, are you using a pressure in your pencil?
Oh, this?
I mean,
yeah, so I'm using a pen nib from Wacom, and yeah, so it's got what 200 and some odd points of pressure. So it's their standard brush, and
Yeah, but again, in Photoshop, the pen sensitivity is not the best, and we were talking about that earlier. Their software, so the pen is a lot better. Like, are you using a Mac or a PC?
PC.
Okay, so in Mac, there's something called Procreate. It's pretty popular,
Okay.
and it is very good for illustrations. The only concern, and it's just a minor nitpick on my end, is like the resolution of the artwork. The final resolution can only be 300 dpi, which is pretty good for anything, illustration, posters. But since I do comics, we always do them in 600 dpi
Mhm.
to have
Oh,
more
okay.
resolution.
Wow. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's crazy. 600 DPI. I've never worked in anything higher than 300.
No, yeah, all my pages for my manga are 600 dpi.
Oh,
I
okay.
usually don't measure them with pixels. I usually measure them with centimeters.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Well,
fine.
after you're done measuring dicks,
What?
that's what Anthony's saying.
I'm listening,
I thought
dude.
it was
'cause
fever.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
I'll tell you my DPI in a minute.
It's
The
200
DPI
by...
is just for the quality, honestly. Like if you're gonna print it out, you have to know your DPI. Because
Yeah,
if you have
that's true.
low resolution, then there's no point, right? Like it's gonna come
Right.
really low res. But since you do it traditionally, I imagine when you scan it, it will tell you what resolution you're scanning it to.
Let's see.
That too. I usually work. I actually most of my works I'm doing right now is in digital, so I don't worry about that.
Oh,
But-
okay. So
So, for example, here there was some comics. This is nothing, yes, but I was doing some. This is the comic I did for that bank, and this is my oldest sketches I've been doing for a couple of weeks, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm tired of this crap because sadly this is the problem. When I drew action scenes, I'm fully in love with what I'm doing. But sadly, this was a little new commission that came around that was like, okay, guys, what do you want? And they were like, okay, we want people talking inside a bank.
so it's like a more like dialogue heavy scene.
Yes, heavy. No, unfortunately, not much. But it's like there's narration at the top, and there are people talking and sitting, and at least they led me to add a lot of stuff. For example, I was like, what's the story about? Oh, it's a girl that is having a client. That's it. Oh, and they have a little ride in a motorcycle. And they was like, but it's just one page. I will do it the whole comic. And the whole comic was them riding on the bike and they're having the conversation. It's better to tell the story because sadly, while they had a good intention with what they want to sell, they don't know how to do it. So I have to give them tips like, okay, you could do your story more interesting if you have them in the bike, for example, and the back and forth happens that way.
Yeah, I was
see
gonna
the
ask
scenery.
you-
Oh, what?
I was gonna ask you. They gave you a script.
They gave me a whole description of the narration.
He returned it. He was like, "This is trash." They're like,
They didn't. It is okay because they are not they are not storytellers. They are sellers. They are bankers. So,
Yeah. So they want like a little comic strip for an ad.
but
I will
it's
charge.
interesting to talk with them, and they share my ideas. And like, what the hell? I was like, okay, I will do this storyboard, and they were like, what the hell is storyboard?
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Okay,
my
I
God.
see.
Yeah. That's yeah. They didn't know. Like, wait, what's a storyboard? Oh, so you really got
So it's their very first commercial of any kind.
Yeah.
No, they have a long time.
I had a very similar situation with these people that they wanted a website layout, and so I developed this website, and they had we had a boardroom, and every time we went into the boardroom, it was always a different set of people. So there was always different opinions, coming into the room, looking at the same, the thing, and then they're giving us,
contradicting opinions.
Yeah, and it was just so, it was so exhausting. Just because nobody was really on the same page there as far as like what they wanted, and it got to the point where I was like, man, we've got to be done with these, with this, because I mean it was just taking way too long to sort of get them to agree and be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
How long it was?
Yeah, if you want to share like horror stories, when I was first starting, when I was first starting doing like graphic design and some of artwork and stuff, this lady wanted to have a poster for her flower shop or whatever.
Okay,
I'm like,
that's nice.
And my mom was like, hey, can you help her? I'm like, yeah, I can. And I just need to make sure they want to pay because I'm going to spend time on it. And they're like, no, they'll pay for sure. So I talked to the lady, talked to the son that was like in the in between the media area or whatever.
Yeah.
So they asked me, I want this, and this. So I'll do it once. I'll do it twice. And it's not like a draft. I do a complete poster design, send them their way. They like it. I'm like, okay, how much? So I give them my price. They never call me back.
Oh man.
Well, see that. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've learned since then, right? That you talk about money first. They pay half.
They pay half, exactly.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're gonna end up doing a bunch of work and people are not gonna pay. They're just gonna walk away afterwards.
No, that's why. That's why you start making contracts when they are. For example, I don't do contract. I have associate. I don't. What's the correct word? I don't like to say my associated. No, it's like they're my friends. I work with a team of friends, and we made our own little company that's called Sonku Productions. We do comics and stuff, and so we for little small works, like, hey, I have a friend that wants a little commission. He wants to draw her wife in a Shingeki no Kyojin outfit. Oh, nice, that's sweet. We can do it that quickly. We don't do contracts because that's so easy to do, and it doesn't take much time, like one day doing it quick. But sometimes there are pieces that will be like, okay, this guy from a editorial wants to make a little book, and it's like 80 pages. I mean,
that's not a little book.
You can,
a little book, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, that's no little boy. That's a guy, an old guy who wants for his editorial. And you can't just go with his word. You have to do a contract. You have to think the worst thing. Like, you have to. What if he lies to us? Oh, then we have to have something for that. But you need to be a bit distrusting sometimes, which is awful. But it saves you. It saves your butts from a lot of problems. For example, there was one guy that we made a comic for him. It was a comic about chess. It was a chess comic. Each piece was like a super character. Like each time you play with this chess, it's like, imagine Yu-Gi-Oh mixed with chess. Yeah, that was his story. Yu-Gi-Oh with chess pieces, and it was crazy. It was crazy, this story, and we make all the characters just like he wanted. We make all the pages just like he wanted. We finish the pages, all the line art, by the way, the painting. My friend does the painting. I don't. Even I could, but I don't. Okay. He then tell us, okay, I like it, I love it, I will pay you, but I want you to change this, and I want you to change the queen. I don't like how she looks. And you know how much we were working in the queen, and we was like, oh man, okay, we could work in the queen, of course. We could modify, and she wanted like a full redesign of the piece queen, the queen. And we're okay, we could do it if she appeared in one page, but no, she appeared in like 50 pages, 15 pages she was appearing, right? We won't do that, damn it.
So he wanted the redesign after you guys did the first draft?
That's why we had a contract. We were like, no, you firm. This paper says you can't do this change.
It's like Zack recasting that dude in Army of the Dead and have to reshoot all the things with a lady. Man, that's impressive though.
Yeah,
you can't even tell.
That was one good thing about the Tig character was that they made it look like she was actually there.
He didn't like it.
Who's that? No, I didn't like her. Something about the actress.
Tig, that's her name.
Yeah, Tig. I just something about her. It didn't mesh well for me.
It's because they have the same
nothing
hairstyle.
Against her.
That's why.
The same hairstyle, yeah. Nothing against her, but I just something about her delivery or whatever. I was like, nah. So, it was interesting because I mean, it's I don't know what happened with the guy that got taken off of the project.
Some allegations or something.
No, it was more than I think it was. I think it was more than allegations, but yeah, it was some bad stuff.
No, yeah. I don't want to say the word, so you don't get issues in the stream. But as far as I understand, he's in this show called You or something, and he plays a very similar character to what he was accused of, like a very spot on to what he was accused of. In like he will have he will have kids, underage kids coming to his place, and he will drug them. He will drug them and take pictures in the show. And it's just ironic that he was accused of something very similar, and not only accused, like people like totally canceled him. But it was, I mean, it's kind of scary if you think about it. He was playing that type of role in a show.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I mean, hey, sometimes people's work gets away from them, I guess.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hopefully it was just like something else. Because that just sounds awful.
Yeah, it is awful.
And I guess when it comes to the movie, they, I think, I guess Zach and all involved went ahead as soon as that type of news broke. They just went ahead and was like, okay, we got to go ahead and replace him in this movie before whatever happens.
Yeah,
before it becomes
probably Netflix.
Oh my God, that could have been a lot of bad press.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean, because that was expensive, man. It's like it's millions of dollars
just to replace one.
Yeah, it was millions of dollars. So like I think Netflix paid that because they were like, yo, whatever you need to do to replace.
Because I mean they just paid him to start this franchise for them, and all of a sudden this idiot actor is going to do something, I guess, like that. That's I mean,
no. So they got to replace, but it looks pretty flawless. I think there was only one point where I really noticed it.
Where at?
It was when they first come out of the container into the Las Vegas. As the doors open and they come out, and she comes out. She kind of goes to, I guess it would be her left to post up. She looks funny. Her body shade and her her composition just look funny as opposed to the characters behind her and in front of her. That's the only thing
I need to pay attention because for the most part, she looked pretty spot on. Like that scene when everybody's holding the gun and they're inside the container and everybody's pointing the gun and she's like, "No, point the gun, idiot," or whatever. Dude,
that looked pretty flawless to me. Yeah,
but there's like a little blur or haze glow sometimes in some scenes where the sun hits her. Like there's a little like glow around her, but it's very subtle though.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's the only thing that I noticed, and also somebody brought it to my attention, which is I think it was on.
Yes,
When
you look
Ohio
like
Dave-
Dave Bautista. I get it.
No. when Ohio Dave did the watch party this past weekend, somebody pointed out that when she says no, point your gun inside before they open the doors, he looks at her, but he's looking a little bit above her head because
because he's
dude's
taller.
taller.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, well, I didn't notice it either.
She's smaller.
Yeah, she's shorter than the original actor. Yeah, that's you. Like I said, you don't notice it unless somebody points it out. But yeah.
Oh, I knew all along. So.
Oh man, nah, but yeah, I love that movie though, man. As a matter of fact,
it was a good movie. I was remarking to somebody today that you know what? It's not really a horror movie. It's an action movie.
It's Fast and the Furious with zombies.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's just.
it's
not a horror. It's there's the zombies are there, and it has that that element. But again, it's just not a horror movie.
Yeah,
because at no point in time for me, and you guys can put your own spin on it, but at no time for me was I like I'm afraid for the team because everybody that went in there minus Dawson.
Spoilers.
Don't.
And who else?
What's the name of
Dieter?
Yeah. Dawson, the code cracker, the
code cracker. Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's Dawson.
Yeah, they call him Dawson.
It's beefy, but Dawson.
He was the only one that was sort of out of his element. Everyone else, it wasn't anything for them. There was no sense of like these guys, other than what Samantha and all that, which Anthony's going to talk to her this week. Other than like her character. And the other guy that got mauled by the big cat,
the tiger.
By the tiger, yeah. I mean, you never really felt there was never a part where you're like, are they going to make it? Like, I knew that I mean, I was like, dude, these are trained, killers or mercenaries or whatever you want to call them. And so, at no point in time for me, did I think that.
TW hadn't seen it. Oh man,
what?
It's been out for weeks, man.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, we didn't really say any spoilers.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Anthony, you got to interview Samantha. Is that the name of the character or the actress?
Samantha Wynn.
Samantha Wynn. I'm talking to her tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions that you'd like him to ask her,
dude, drop.
I mean, anything would help because
I want to talk about that scene. Is that the lady like you have the bandana?
The bandana, yes.
The bandana.
That scene is badass.
And I thought that scene could have gone a little bit differently. And I don't want to say anything because TW, hadn't seen it yet, but
without spoiling anything.
Yeah, no, we haven't, and I'm not going to.
No.
But I remember that. Wait, she was also in Man of Steel in the scene where Lois Lane has to escape from the ship.
Yes, she was.
She was in Man of Steel. She was also
an Amazon.
She's in Amazon.
If I can if I could ask her some deal because I was curious, if she ever interacted with Amy Adams? Well, just and I don't know what, and also what is her. What is Samantha's motivation when she's in a scene? Like how does she handles a character? Like I'm curious about that.
Okay. Yeah. Like
everyone was silenced.
Hold on, I'm trying to.
You're writing the questions.
Yeah. Because I have my.
That if she met Amy Adams and how is her process? Well, I just.
Oh, that was already one of mine. Yeah, talking. Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now the Amy Adams one, no. I'm writing that one down.
Okay. And these days I'm also trying to do because I realized something. When you try to say I will do a project, and you can't never say I will do it when I have time because you will never have time.
You'll never have time.
Right?
That's true.
Time.
No.
Yeah, you
have to insert it in some time of your day to have time because then you postpone the project forever.
Yeah, and for me, like with something like these things, what these things here is, I procrastinate. You know, I'll put it off.
Same.
I'll distract myself with a movie or something else, and I'll never get to it. So for me, you know, I really have to. It's the same. It's almost the same thing with like working out as well. I almost have to force myself.
You have to force yourself to do stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
I get it.
Oh, that's the sacrifice you need to do.
And it's not like, I mean, it is a sacrifice, but not really, because once you are into it, you'll do it, right? Like working out,
Sure.
like it's just, I have to do it. But once you're like after the warm up and you start doing it, you're like enjoying it. At least me, I'm enjoying it a little bit, especially if you're doing weightlifting. That's
Yeah.
to me a little more entertaining, I guess.
I know. I'm not saying you are suffering, but I'm saying you have to be like organized.
Yeah. You have to like
You have to set. I even set aside time,
mhm.
and I'll still find a way to distract myself.
Yeah,
with
like
something
sometimes
else.
you're ready to go
Yeah.
and start your
Oh, that's-
workout, and again you get a Twitter message, hey, you want to be part of my stream? And then you have to like, okay, do that first.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with streaming. Sometimes it's like, you know, I want to stream, but when I get home, sometimes that desire just kind of goes away, because I'd rather maybe watch a movie, or I'd rather, you know, do something with the family, you know, and then I'm like, how important is it for me to, you know, to get on, for me to do this? Is it important? Is it not? You know, what is it? So,
Who am
Yeah,
I?
you just gotta to balance it out, you know what I mean?
yeah. Let's see. So, when did Alessandro? When did you start getting into drawing comics?
I won't do the same jokes I did in Dawson's channel. So, because of that, he also asked me that same question. So, okay, I'll try to not repeat the same jokes, because they were bad.
I was gonna say, please don't.
Uh, wait, my first time in ever, or
yeah, your first the first comic
Oh.
that you started working on,
Yes,
you know, and kind of got the bug going for drawing comics. Yeah, that was.
okay, it was a crazy story. It's not that crazy, but I was doing a comic for a friend. Okay, I don't know, how can I start this? Okay, yeah, 2018. I was still in college, but yes, January, February 2018. Still in college. I was doing a comic with a friend. I was in his house. I was visiting him. We were working a story. It was an original story,
Okay.
and we were like working together. It was like a bit late, like 6 o'clock. I mean, late because I live a bit far away from his home, so it's a bit. But suddenly I received a call, and it was an old friend. It's not even my friend, but it was someone I met in a convention.
So a lady.
No, it was a man. And this guy was called Renzo, and Renzo told me, "Hey, man, I need someone that could make line art. Do you know someone?" And I was like, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. Wait a minute, I know. It's me. I can do it. Yes, I can do line art. I can do it. It was, and then he was like, okay, come to my office right now. It's in Avenue Arequipa. Come here. And we will talk about what I have in mind. It's a project, and it's an emergency. I need someone instantly. If you can't, no, he was no, I can do it. I can. So I was like, okay, I will. And I saw my friend, and he was like, who was? And then it's so crazy because I was like, I could have just gone alone, like, goodbye, bro. Job time, a job that was going to be for me. But I decided to say, hey, man, this guy wants me to do a comic. Do you want to come? And so we both went to the office of this guy.
Yeah.
It was in a very nice place, so there was I was confident. This is not going to be a kidnapping. This is going to be someone cool because I know the place. I know it's a nice place, so it's not dangerous. So I went, and this guy told us, "Okay, he revealed to us that yes, man, I have a little comic industry here, and it's a bit small for now, but I'm trying to make it grow. And for now, I'm doing a comic. It's a comic about it was crazy. It was a story of Peruvian stories, but in line art, like in this case, we were like, it's American style, United States style." Like, and he was mentioning a lot of Jim Lee because
everybody loves Jim Lee. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That would have sold me.
It's true.
Oh, yeah, Jim Lee. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And he was, "Can you repeat that same style?" I was like, "What the hell? I don't know if I can repeat it." And but you can do it. I was like, "I will try." And so we were like, "Okay, for when do you need this comic?" "I need this comic for yesterday." The fuck? and so
he had high expectations, huh?
he had very high expectations. He was in a crazy emergency because he had another line artist, and he was doing the pages, but somehow they started a fight.
Oh.
And so it looks like this artist that he contacted before was an a-hole. So, and he disappeared later with all his drawings. So
wow. See, that's another thing. You want to save early, save often. You want to save hard to work.
Exactly. And so we were like the last thing that could have saved him. And at the end, we were crazy. That was the first comic we made together. I mean, professionally for a real client.
Mm-hmm.
It was under these weird circumstances. Like I stay all night like drawing this crap, and it was like, oh my god!
How many
so
pages
crazy.
you have to do?
Just 6 pages, fortunately.
Okay.
No,
6 pages, but it was like
that's not bad.
Yeah, but it was like a whole night, like together.
Oh,
we were like,
one night for 6 pages. How many background work you need to do for those 6 pages? Because that's what takes most of the time.
Yeah, that it was crazy. We were like, okay, we can do. When he received us, we were like, he told us, "How much can you draw in 1 hour?" And I was like, "I can draw a page in 1 hour." And
can you though?
I can't.
I don't know if you can.
But I wanted the job.
But I'm just like, yo, that doesn't even sound realistic. Like,
I mean, depends on what happens in that page, right? So
nothing. It's blank.
He told me it was like. He was like, "It's just 3 spaces." So I was like, "Oh, that's easy." And no, I was like, but I wanted the job, so I tried to. Like, I went all crazy, and my friend was helping me with the painting, and so we were like, "Oh man!" And 1 hour later, this bro came and I was like, "So can you do it in 1 hour? What the hell was this?" And it was just half the page, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Nice.
Oh my god!
So basically, like, and I have no experience, no like. I'm just asking because I'm interested in like because you guys are talking about like doing a page in an hour. Was it like this? Oh shit! This is by the way, this is 300. It's the 300.
No, now you're crazy. No, it was something simpler. Like
simpler, or was it like
that can take
that? See that duty?
Well, that's kind of like a cover. I don't know if they can. Depends on how fast you are, because that's like a full page with colors and everything.
Yeah.
And usually they send that to different people. So somebody will draw it, somebody will ink it, and somebody will color it.
Okay, so say for instance, just penciling that. Is that
penciling?
Penciling is easier. You can do quicker strokes.
Let's ask Ryan. Ryan, how long did it take you to do this flash? Just the pencils?
Just the pencils. I want to say just maybe about 2 hours.
and that's just one drawing, right? So
Just the one drawing, yeah. Just
yeah,
the
so
one drawing.
it all depends on how experienced you are. Yeah, and usually a page can let me screen share real quick.
Oh
yeah.
do it. Wait,
Um,
can you do that on StreamYard?
yeah, I think so.
What? Oh well.
Yep.
So let's say I go to my files and let's open a random page just to give you an idea.
Okay.
Is this page already open?
That's
Yeah, that page is already open. Cool. So this page has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels, and every single panel has at least one character. So doing a face, yeah, this face, for example, could take an hour because it's just a face. Let me open real quick this. See this one?
That took you 1 hour.
That could take us 1 hour. Could take us less. It all depends on how good, how many takes. How many takes we do per drawing, right?
Okay, we are measuring this. Looks like
now you're speaking my language.
No, okay,
That's a joke.
so this is the original sketch, like in done in a notebook, and then my brother took it, did a second take, like just quick thumbnail, and it looked like this, right? And then he will try to do the face, and he will do different tries. So in this case, we ink with the pencil in blues, and once we're satisfied with this face, then we'll do the actual inking and toning.
Yeah,
because it has not only a line art, right? It has the tones and then the balloon. So yeah, that could take an hour, maybe a little more, because how many tries you need to do. But something like this first panel that has a background and 2 characters.
yeah.
It all depends on how
do
many
you
tries
use,
we do on the
or
pose.
what did you use for the background to draw that? Is that are you using perspective tools?
Yes.
Okay,
that's why you see all these little lines in purple.
Yeah.
We have perspective tools to the background.
Okay.
And let me see if I can just isolate the background real quick. This character. Okay, so this is the background. So yeah, the perspective tools were done for several of the inking. This is the base line art, and these are the tones, right? So this is how it normally looks. Then we add a little bit of this, a little more depth, and then we add the tones.
Well, that's also a very interesting, because this is a house, so of course the details have to be very precise. That's why I usually, it takes me less, because with the backgrounds I usually go for nature, so it's, at least for me, a bit simpler to do these crazy shapes, at least.
Yeah,
So,
and this
yes.
yeah, that's I know that nature is a little different. It's a little more hand free, right? Like you can do whatever. It doesn't have to be that precise. It depends on the landscape, of course. With this guy is very interesting, right? Because he has like a cloaking device. So normally we'll do the character normally, how he will do. Then we tone it down a little bit, and then we'll try to add some sort of crazy effect. Like we put a white glow to make it look like he's kind of like glowing, but a little bit, just a little bit, and then we add like a little texture to sell it, like he's under a cloak of some sort. Yeah, and then we add the dialogue. In this case, because he's thinking, we didn't have to add the balloon. We can just, in manga, you can just do it like in text like that with with an outline. Yeah. Yeah, that's just one page, and that page is complex. It's 6 panels, right, and all different faces, and we need to sell the expression sometimes, right? Like for this last expression, we need to do different takes to make sure it's the right face. Sometimes we get lucky and it comes out in the very first try, but that's rare.
Yeah, that's usually what happens with me. Just first try. That's what they call me.
First try.
Oh my gosh, look at the original sketch. It was just an eye.
Oh man.
Yes, but the striking look at the end looks better than just one eye. I mean, that's interesting. It's the same idea, but you execute it better.
Dude, it looks fucking great.
No, thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna stop. We need to go back to Ryan.
No, you're
Ryan.
good. You're good. I was entertained. Let's see. Okay, so right now, almost. It's just a couple more swipes, but right now, where are you? I am almost done with the head. So there we go. But yeah, so I'm not. I need to continue to work on a brush because this is just not exactly what I wanted it to turn out.
Like I said, Ryan, try to like look into different softwares. Maybe you get better results when it comes to line art. Like Photoshop is fine for certain things, but when it comes to line art, I'll have my preferences. I will use different softwares.
Here's one little thing I made in like, half an hour.
Oh, Omni-Man.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Dude, that is fire.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, I was doing. I actually was doing him in a happy way, and then was like, "Oh no, let's make him crazy."
Yeah.
So that looks like
guys-
that looks like Omniface. It looks like Two-Face and Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Yes.
Omni
Yeah.
Two-Face.
Omni Two-Face.
Yes.
So yeah, it
That
depends.
show was fire,
Sometimes
by the way. I'm sure you guys watched the show. It's
Invincible, dude.
Yes.
It's great. It's
Invincible,
great.
yes.
it's fire.
Yeah,
dude.
that was a great show.
I still think it's going to be crazy because they are just like 1/8 of the whole series.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's going to be like 7 seasons, probably.
Awesome. I don't want to know anything about it because I didn't know anything
Yeah,
about it and
I
have a
don't
good
wanna-
time.
I want to be surprised.
Yes.
The reason when I visited when I came to Houston and visited with Ryan and hung out and shit for a couple of days, we went to several comic book stores. I did buy the first, but let me see if I can. It's right over here. The only reason why is because I knew it wouldn't spoil anything because I saw where somebody had put me back on the screen.
We only see Alejandro.
Oh yeah.
Alejandro.
I'm sorry. I went back to drawing.
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah.
dope, dude.
That one's
This is another one.
yeah.
This is
That's
one of my
Is that
videos, by the way.
Batfleck versus
Yeah.
Pattinson.
Versus Battinson.
yeah.
Yes. This is the copy I had, and of course I have this one too.
Mhm. Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
classic
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A classic one.
That's a good one.
This is the whole. Was before the Snyder Cut came out, so I was like trying to guess how the story was going around, I include the Martian Manhunter before he appeared, so it was like how I thought he was going to look.
Yeah.
Close. And yes, I'm using this technique that Zeeverfett mentioned. This like pure, just
Dude, that's
blocks with just ink. That
Yeah.
yes helps you create better it helps you redirect better the light. It gives you a better idea of how to paint later. And this last one, just because I want to brag.
No. What I was saying was, I just bought Volume 1. Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's I think everyone
That's
saw
one of
it.
my
Yeah,
favorites.
yeah,
if you want
yeah.
to like that.
Yeah.
for
Yes,
real.
I need to do someone at this level again.
Yeah, I know.
Damn
It's
it.
so good.
I came back. I'm doing now my characters. I'm doing my own characters finally after, because I've been
Good.
I've been researching my old stuff like from when I was a kid, and it was like, yeah, I have some characters, and I've written their stories finally after some years. I finished their stories, their whole arcs, and it's a story of 3 characters, and the whole story is the story of redemption of a villain. It starts with a villain in a horrible place, and at the end of the story, the villain becomes a it's just the whole arc. The villain becomes a
I'm just
hero,
messing with you, man.
but yes, and the heroes have to pay something just to save the villain, and it's something interesting. This is one of my characters. This little guy is called Bosco.
Bosco.
I don't know. Bosco. He's a little guy. He's
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Oh, wow.
and he has his friends, and what the hell?
It's very Tim Burton-esque.
Yeah, it is. Tim Burton, yeah.
It's a bit, yeah, actually. Oh, and this is a little one also that I made of my girlfriend when she's hungry. So this is a little comic I made. So supposedly she's here working as always, working her ass off, and I'm like, hey, I brought you something. Here's some little sandwich for you after like 8 hours that you were working.
That you ate some of?
Yeah.
I made this something.
Like, you ate it.
What the hell are you talking about? And then in less than a second, like the box just disappears.
She
She grabbed it so quickly, and then she goes all raging bull on me. I was like,
Okay.
so,
Is that a mushroom?
I know it's just a little bit of air, a gasp.
So you have a sequential story without words. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I usually when I do my videos, I realize that I can't speak Spanish for people that doesn't understand Spanish. So I realized I have to do it without words, and that was for a pretty long time. So I started doing it. It became a habit. So even when I drew, I try to not use dialogues. Even my characters, sometimes I show them. I have some comics I did of my characters. They don't talk much. So my friends usually tell me, "Hey, why don't you practice with your dialogue?" And I used to this. But the problem is that when they tell me to do dialogue, I'm bad at dialogue because I need to like do these long lines like, "Oh yeah, and how you doing? What the hell? I'm cool. Do you went to the McDonald's? Yes, I did. McDonald's suck. Why do you went to that place? I don't know. It doesn't have nothing to do with the story, but I'm having fun writing lines because
That's like that Quentin Tarantino.
He does dialogue about nothing, but he actually is interesting though.
Exactly, and that's something I still need to practice more. But it's something interesting to.
Let me tell you something. Some of the most powerful form of storytelling has no dialogue. Like, for example, any Zack Snyder opening, right? It's just a sequence.
There.
It's a huge sequence, and you can tell a story, a very, very powerful story with just images and sound and the right motion. Army of the Dead, for example, that those opening sequences, they were telling a bunch of stories, and you get all of it. And some of them were really emotional too, and zero dialogue, right?
And then there's my favorite, the Watchmen.
Yes,
dude, that is.
It is one of those great
openings.
No dialogue. No dialogue.
And it's almost like with Army of the Dead, it has this fire intro, but it's like the genius thing about the Watchmen one is he took like Under the Hood and all of these other stories that made up Watchmen, not just Watchmen, and so he told you that backstory. Without, because with Army of Dead, it's fire. I love that intro, but it's obviously something that like they were able to write the intro. With Watchmen, it was like, okay, how do we tell all of this
in like 5 minutes?
Yes, how do we tell all of this so that once the movie actually starts, not when the comedian gets killed, but when the actual movie starts, how do we get everybody up to speed with stuff that's not it's just stuff. It's the
backstory.
It's like
exactly
the Under the Hood. Damn it, that's where he gets most of it from.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, damn it, what's his name?
Killing Joke?
Zack Snyder?
No, the character in the book, Hollis Mason. The old owl. The old night owl.
When he dies.
Yeah.
or what are you talking about?
Spoilers.
Yeah, not the old night owl
the previous night owl, right?
Yeah, he wrote a book called Under the Hood.
Yes, inside the story. Yes,
Yeah. So and that actual book was released, and it's kind of in here. So what Zach did was for that intro is he took the Under the Hood stuff that was written in that book and turned it into that intro, basically. You know what I mean? So like you got this entire backstory in 5 minutes, which would have taken another 3 hours to like.
Oh yes, because he tells the story of the Minutemen.
Yes,
and those are in the Hollis Mason book.
Yes, yes.
Because like the Mothman getting dragged to the mental hospital.
Yes.
All those pictures. Yes.
Yeah. And
yes,
so that's
layers upon layers, man.
And and
short
again,
sequence.
what Simon is saying is very true. There, he relies heavily on the visual, because the images tell a lot of words without word. How can I say this?
There's a saying like an image is more valuable than 1,000 words or something. I don't know the saying thing,
picture.
but yeah.
Una imagen vale más que 1000 palabras, pero no sé cómo
Exactly.
decirlo en
Yeah,
inglés.
I know it in Spanish.
Yeah. No. In other words, if I hadn't already known, because I had read the book way before the movie came out, but if I hadn't read the graphic novel Watchmen, I would have been like, when the movie started after the intro, I would have understood the world that they lived in. Why there's like a doomsday clock and all of this stuff because of that intro. You know what I'm saying? So like dude, imagine taking a novel and having to explain it in 5 minutes. And you know what I'm saying? That's a thing. So yeah, I agree with you. His intro,
that's the magic of the visuals.
Yeah. The way Zach does it with those things is, like you said, no dialogue, just music, visuals, and storytelling. So,
and I imagine it's because Zach comes from music videos, right? And so it's a similar approach. You have to tell a story without having necessarily to have dialogue because you're hearing the song, right? So it's very similar. In my mind, it's very similar approach, and I kind of understand it a little bit because I'm right now I'm working on a trailer for. I'm gonna have a panel, like I mentioned earlier. I'm gonna have a panel, and I'm making a new trailer for my manga, and so it's been challenging to select the right scenes, to hook the viewer. As a matter of fact, if you guys want, I can show it here. Because
man.
For people, I'm probably gonna have to mute some scenes because of the music, but I'll be muting and unmuting. You know what I mean? Like, I'll play with the sound.
Stever, this video is going to be desmonetized.
It doesn't matter.
Warning.
Yeah, while he's getting that, I was saying I had bought this Invincible book. It's just volume 1 because I knew it wasn't going to spoil anything. It literally goes to spoilers. If when Omni-Man goes to that other dimension for a little bit in the series, you know, the aliens pull him through that portal. That's literally where the thing ends. Well, when he comes back for dinner. But I just wanted to see how spot on it was going to be. Obviously, I don't want to get anything spoiled for the rest of the seasons either. But I was told I
already read the whole story.
Oh, you did? Nice. All the books? Yeah. I remember somebody put a picture online where they were like,
it was not the book. I read it online. Online, okay. I read because I don't have to pay.
Somebody put a picture of like the book, and they put how far season 1 is, and it was literally like it was right at the top, and we had still this much left as far as Invincible goes before we.
It's a sweet story. Yeah. I just will say that it's a sweet story that hits the right points.
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't say more than that.
No, and does it pretty well. And does it pretty well.
Cool.
All right.
Because I wanna go in blind, dude. I love that show.
I do love the fact that they approved 2 more seasons too. So that's what's
they have confidence in the show. Oh, all right. So I guess let's play it. Like, I'll be muting and unmuting it.
Okay.
Where's Manga?
Dad? Where are you going?
So there's a song here, right? And you're just gonna see some of the art.
This is dope.
Oh, nice effects.
Can you sing the song?
No.
And
oh my God!
Love you. Oh, look at that!
Oh,
that's some good animation right there.
Oh, thanks.
I like the. Hair is hard to animate.
Sensei today, I see.
Yeah, I hope it won't be having to solve one of his stupid riddles.
I don't think you'd ever pass that one.
Ha ha! Very funny, Karen. Well, you're probably right.
and then the song comes back in. So it's just a matter of selecting what scenes you want to show,
Yeah.
and then showing like the most cooler like action stuff with the music.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh shit! Those.
This is great.
Heck yeah! In that case, I'm saving you for last, Shotter!
Ha! Let's see if you make it.
Reminded me a bit of My Hero Academia.
The king who's solving this
Oh, this
mean,
song
the-
I wrote, so it's fine.
hunt. All you need to do.
What's the story? Is it? Can you tell us a bit details of what is this world?
Oh, what can I tell you about the world? Well, it takes place in I guess it's not Earth.
Clearly, it's the U.S.
It's a different place. We follow Shudder, who is the son of a champion. Like there's in my world, there's a tournament, a martial arts tournament. It's a team tournament, right? So it's like the Olympics or the World Cup or something. It's very prestige. And we follow this guy whose dad was the champion, and something happened to his dad, and now people are looking up to him to be the next champion, right? That's like his basic story arc.
Yeah.
The challenges of what people expect from him, and what he wants versus what he wants to do. It's kind of like Creed, if that makes sense. Have you seen the movie Creed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like something like that. It's about legacy. And of
Yes.
course, there's another side to the story. So we not only follow the protagonist, we're going to follow the antagonist as well. The antagonist, his name is Emaru Diamondheart. He's the son of a king from the Diamond Nation. They do have diamond-style abilities. And the way to describe this other character, the antagonist, it will be like Goku if Goku was evil, right?
Oh, okay.
Goku from Dragon Ball. He loves fighting, he loves eating, and his royalty. It's like maybe Goku and Vegeta together, right?
Yes, that sounded like a lot like a fusion of Goku and
Goku
Vegeta,
and Vegeta.
together.
And so, of course, he wants to fight this guy who is the son of the champion. So, of course, he's gonna join the evil organization that's gonna go trying to hunt them just because he wants to challenge the best fighters in the world, right? It's not available now. It will be available later.
That's what. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's when. Okay, I got you. Dude,
Yeah,
that
it's
was dope,
stories.
man. That was fire, dude.
Yeah, that looks great.
Thanks.
Oh
One
man,
day
that's-
you'll get to watch the whole thing with the music and all these things. This is just a little preview I wanted to share with you guys.
Oh, thanks, man. That was good. That was real good. I really like what you did with the animation on it.
Yeah.
You know, that was fire right there.
Yeah, it's teamwork. Of course, I couldn't do that without my brother. We put a lot of hours into doing the frame by frame thing.
You said that with like no love. Like, of course I can do it without my brother.
No. It's not like that. I mean, I love my brother.
Yeah.
It's just it's a lot of work, dude. Like I love
Secret
like
rivalry.
all-nighters.
I was curious. What do you? Maybe it's out of topic. I don't know. What do you do with the copyright thing? Because I suppose these are your characters, and you and your brother's characters. How do you handle the aspect of copyright how these
there's a
characters? Because
process.
these characters will go public, so more people are going to see them.
Yeah.
How do
There's
you?
a process you do here in the US that you submit it to the government. Like you have to put a package together with the names of the characters, the concepts, and we did that way before. Like we did that back in, I don't know, before this decade, just because we knew we were gonna do something with this. So we put a package together, we submitted it. But
And
as,
you pay for that package. Like,
yeah, I believe there's a fee. But for the most part, a lot of the things that help you when it comes to plagiarism and all that stuff, we should be okay because we've been posting stuff online with our characters in our account, so we can prove they belong to us. Right?
Yeah.
So that's also a way that you can prove is posting online.
Because you have
I mean,
evidence.
is it admissible in court? Is what I mean.
I believe so. I think you have enough evidence to prove, yeah, these are your accounts, and you created these characters back in the day, and this is the first time they came out. Either way, there's still another process that's called trademarking, but that's just it's a lot more complex because that will include like toy rights and all that stuff. But when it comes to the book, we're independent too, and we have a Kickstarter to back us out. So if anything,
Right.
the Kickstarter will come as proof, like, oh yeah, it's their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a complex conversation to have here.
TW asks, he said, Simon, do you know when it will be ready?
All right, so we're aiming to have it ready by July. We're
Okay.
finalizing the last two chapters when it comes to the book. And of course, you hear voice actors. That means there's an audio part of it, there's an audio component.
Yeah.
That's gonna come online by October because we still have ways to go when it comes
Of
to the audio
course.
part of it. So we're gonna release the book first, so people can get a feel for it,
Sure. Yeah.
get the first read. And by October, we should be ready with the first 7 chapters, which is what the book is gonna cover, with the whole thing. Because the lines have already been recorded with the voice actors. Now we're in the phase of making the music, which we have created a couple of tracks, and putting the sound effects, and the final thing we need to do is mix out together, mix the music,
Sure,
the sound
yeah,
effects,
yeah,
and the dialogue.
Nice.
So that's gonna take us a little bit. We're in talks to hire some people to help with that, some professional people. But yeah, the audio part will come in around October, but the book we're aiming to finish it in July, no later than August this year. And
This audio part is like what, a retelling of the comic with words.
not a retelling. It's more like if you're watching an anime and then you hear the dialogue and you hear the characters talk. It's the same
Okay,
experience.
man, that's sweet.
So the way that I work in my book, you're gonna open the book, and before every chapter, you can scan a QR code with your phone, and that QR code is gonna link you to the playlist, so you can select what chapter you wanna listen to. So you can select chapter 1, you play it. There's gonna be a little intro, then you can start reading and listening to the voice actors, listening to the characters.
That's sweet.
So that's how
I saw a couple of there are a couple of web comics that I read that are like that. Yes, that's
really?
That's cool. Yes, there are a couple. Yes, they're like very unknown comics, like. But yours is something because you're a friend, so that's awesome.
Oh, thank you. I know, and we're trying to offer something different, like not only the book but the audio part of it. So it will be a different experience, and that's optional too. You don't have to like listen to it if you don't want to. You can just choose to listen to the voice, or you can choose to read it the traditional way. But yeah, it's very exciting, and after we release it, you will be able to buy it on my Etsy store. And if you weren't part of the Kickstarter already, if you're part of the Kickstarter or part of the backers, you'll get a copy with all the rewards and stuff. But if not, you can still purchase the book in my Etsy store. And the audio is gonna be free. I'm not gonna charge people to listen to it. That's gonna be an extra component that you can access by just buying the book.
Sure. No, that's really cool too. That's a good thing you guys got that. And how long ago did y'all start working on this project?
In this specific project, okay, we started iridescent when we were in high school, just by making doodles. Like I was just telling you, I was bored in class and I was making my comic strips, and then my brother will make his comic strips, and then we'll be like, oh, that's cool. And then we're like, what if we make a story? And then we try to tie our comic strips. And one summer, we decided to grab our old sketches and try to put them in a sequence, or try to make a story out of it with good graphics, with good art style. We said back in the day, that was the 2004, 5, something like that.
Okay.
And we were kids, right? So we were trying to come up with a story, and for the longest time we had that story going on, and we always believed that we're gonna make it. But life happens. You go to college, and there's some disappointments, and a bunch of stuff. And I got to a point in my life that I have a lot of free time, and I'm like, what happened to my old story? So I opened the sketches, the sketchbook, and my original scripts. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna rework this. So I started reworking that around 2012. I started reworking that.
Oh, okay.
And the first draft of this current version, I think we got it around 2013, and we started making changes until like 2020. Like 2020 is like the last time we did changes to it. But we've been working on this for a while. As a matter of fact, we contacted the actors and cast a bunch of them around 2014.
Yeah.
So they've been waiting a long time for something to come out of this.
And to finally, to lay down some vocals. Yeah.
Hey man, do you remember there was a character that you were going to voice? Yes.
Yeah.
Do you don't remember?
Okay, keep waiting.
No, for the most part, they've been really very patient. They've been really good about this. All of the actors, like when I sent an email with the update here in 2021, a lot of them replied right away, and they were really excited about it.
That's
because there were some changes. Like I'm not gonna get into all the behind the scenes. There were some changes, so I needed to sign an NDA this time around, and all of them signed it right away. So now that we're ready to release Volume 1, we're excited for people to take a look at it, read it, listen to it, and we are committed to finish Volume 2 and 3 because it's like my first story arc, like season 1, if you will. It's 24 chapters, and the actors recorded all 24 chapters. So we are committed to make all 24 chapters in book format.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. It's very exciting, and we're receiving a lot of support locally lately, and that's been really like uplifting to us. Like, now that we're finally releasing it, like more people are gonna get to experience it now.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man. I want to check that out. That's dude, that is that's an undertaking, and the fact that you guys are seeing it through is fire because that's probably the most difficult
that's a
part.
big endeavor to do.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys have hit like maybe I don't want to roadblocks or things of that nature where you just were like, damn, dude, but y'all kept going, and so you said July.
Yeah, July. Like if there's no delays, if we finish everything we need to finish, it will be the first week of July that will be available, or the first weeks in July. If there's you never things I can control everything in life. We're trying to like not delay it more than a month, but yeah, it'll become in summer, pretty much summer this year.
Nice. Well, that's fire, man.
Wait, what's the platform to find your comic?
Etsy. You can buy it on Etsy.
Oh wait, it's in your page, right? It's in your
it's my Etsy store. I'm gonna put it there.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, but if it's in your Twitter page, because I could instantly find it.
I should have links on my Twitter for that.
If your Kickstarter of your recent.
The Kickstarter is there. If you can go to Kickstarter, there's links there too as well.
Okay, that's nice.
Right now,
I know how to find you.
There's a thing in Indiegogo called In Demand, so we apply for that. That means people can pre-order the book through Indiegogo, and once I ship my Kickstarter backers, I can ship the Indiegogo backers as well. So if you guys want to pre-order, that's fine.
Different than Kickstarter.
It's different, but for some reason you can transition. They offer that option. So it's just a way for people to pre-order the book if they didn't have a chance during the 2-month period on Kickstarter. I just have it open for that, so if people want to get it right away. If not, they'll get a chance. Once I put it on Etsy, the only thing they won't get is the special stuff like the rewards and all the additional stuff I'm gonna send. But other than that, the book should be pretty affordable once it's out. Yeah, I'm so excited to get it out.
I will help you, man. That's sweet. I hope Zeever won't be like, these guys consume my time. I want people to see my flash drawing. And now I'm promoting iridescent.
I need this. I need dialogue distraction. Because man, if
background noise.
Yeah, background noise. I mean, I listen to music when I draw, but okay. So let's talk about this real quick. I'll take this off real quick. What did you guys think of this?
Oh, dude, I was gonna ask you guys that. I think the name is pretty safe. The logo looks horrible.
The logo looks horrible.
I think it's not the official logo. I think it's not the official logo.
I don't think so. I would have done something like this.
That looks
something
a little more slicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, not exactly this, but just that is leaps and bounds better than this.
And this is obviously too what it looks. I mean, obviously looks like the font, like at the beginning of Superman.
Superman,
the movie.
yeah.
Yeah, the word.
What is this tagline? The stuff that dreams are made of? Like
It
what?
feels like honestly, to be honest, it feels like a throwback. It feels like they're going for the Home Alone VHS classic feel.
Yeah, it
That
does
makes
kind of look like that. Yeah, it does. It does.
So I don't know. I think the strategy is to bring back all the nostalgia and all the people that left. From what I'm hearing, they want to bring back all the filmmakers that got mad when they released the HBO Max simulcast with
Here one
teachers,
I
right?
like. Here one design I like. This is from my friend Wayne Parker. He's from Latin America. He did this version.
Warner Discovery. It's
Yeah,
sleek and
yeah,
even
that dude, yes.
I would have worked
Even that.
Yes.
And you could use I mean, okay.
And the D.
That
the D
looks
helps
nice, but
better.
you can't use the R and the D by itself to make let's just say
WD.
RD. No, it has to be W. It had to be WD. Because let's just say that they want an app. You have to think about the app icon.
Mhm.
So it looks nice
Good
in long
point.
form.
Yeah, okay, good point.
But what like I did a lot of logo design work.
Yeah, but that's better than
Before.
this, at least.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Yes.
It
yes.
looks
Way
about better
better.
than that. They should have released something like that. But again, I would have said, hey, you guys need to go back to the drawing board, because I mean, at least with this one here, where to go? That's an app. That same thing with just minus the WB. Just the Discovery logo. That's an app. It's how these things or these entities want to be seen. So. Doing something simplistic, simple is always the best way to go when you're doing, any type of or a lot of art. And another thing, just like that, you want black and white to where it looks good either way. But you also you need like word form is fine, but in this industry that they're in, Warner Brothers, Discovery, whatever. They need an icon, kind of like NBC has the peacock,
Yeah.
Universal is the only one that I can think of, and Paramount, that don't
And even
really
Universal
have.
has this planet behind. So that's
but it's in long form. They need to have something that's more of an icon, like WB by itself. That right there, you don't need anything else. That thing is a staple. That thing has been around forever.
No,
Yeah.
That's why I think
it's
this
easily
is not,
recognizable.
but that's why I think this is not a real logo. It's just like a stand-in for
A
now.
placeholder, you think?
Yeah,
A placeholder. That's the correct word.
Yeah.
it could be a placeholder, but it's like, really, what were they trying to accomplish?
And it looks weird. I don't know. It just the overall like aesthetic of it is kind of
Looks corny.
It does. It looks like this is the start of a children's movie.
Yeah, dude, it does. Exactly.
It looks like Cloudy
said,
with a Chance of Meatballs 3 coming from Warner Brothers Discovery. The shit that dreams are made of.
Oh my god! It reminds me. Do you guys remember the guy, the now CEO of Discovery that was inserted?
Zaslav.
Yeah, Zaslav. That he was saying his speech. I don't know. I died when he said like, we have the biggest IAPs in the history. We have
Woman,
Batman,
Yes.
Wonder Woman, Superman, Sex and the City.
He did. Yeah, he did do that. But he did name two of my. He named those, and then he.
So is that gonna be an next crossover? The
Yes.
Trinity and Sex and the City?
It's going to be. It's its own franchise, and
he says that's crossover. What did he name? Game of Thrones. He said.
He said it's going to go to the Sex and the City, and she's
Yeah,
going
he
to
said
ask
a few.
what's up.
Oh, man.
So, do you guys believe the theory that they just want to build it up to sell it?
No, that's
No.
That doesn't make sense.
Okay, so the last two giants are Disney and Warner Brothers.
Mhm.
You've got Mickey Mouse versus Bugs Bunny. You've got Marvel versus DC. There is no way in hell that they want to sell this potential profit.
Yeah,
Who would they sell it to, though? Amazon?
Yeah, it would be somebody like that. But I don't think I'm like Ryan. That they're not.
It's just no. They have to show that it's profitable. and they have to really, put their money where their mouth is in that. They can't just, come right off the bat and say, you know what, we've got the best IPs. We're not doing anything with them, but we've got the best IPs. And that's just not the case.
Also, it's kind of stupid. It would be a stupid move because it would like, hey, man, I have this super product that will make me rich, and I'm going to leave them to my to this other guy to do it. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It has to be something they have planned for them. So I don't think they want to benefit
Zaslav
Disney.
He's boasting Wonder Woman. He's boasting Superman, and they've already got and he's not doing anything with the company. He's not official. There are some things going on behind the scenes, but there's nothing official going on until he doesn't really assume it until 2023. Like 2023 is or 2022 is when everything is inked, finished, final. But 2023 is when his projects would go into play. His projects would go into production.
Man, at this point, I'm going to be old when finally Man of Steel 2 comes out, or Shazam versus.
It's gonna be Man of Steel 2, but it's gonna be Kingdom Come because it's gonna be old as shit.
Yeah.
So that was my other question. You think he wants to reboot? Not reboot, but I think I feel based on all the videos I've seen that he wants to have the MCU approach and have a connective universe instead of the whole multiverse that Hamada wants to do.
Not necessarily.
I don't even know that Hamada really wants to do a multiverse. I just think that
the Hamadaverse or whatever they call it.
I think that was false. I think that was false. I think he doesn't care about the multiverse. He just wants something that gives him an excuse to do smaller productions, because that's what Hamada does.
I don't know if it's false because they were talking about the multiverse in DC fandom. Like that was a real thing. They were.
I don't believe that's going.
They were talking about it. They were talking about it. Just to get people hyped.
Yeah,
exactly. They didn't really do anything, and they still haven't done anything with multiverse other than that one Flash episode of Grant Gustin and Ezra Miller. They haven't
movie-wise, they haven't released nothing but Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, nothing.
You know what I mean?
That's that's the only thing. Zack Snyder's Justice League is the only place that you'll ever hear anything right now about a multiverse.
By the way, Zeever, show what you're doing.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Hey, real quick, man, I gotta bounce.
Oh hey, thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate it.
Bro.
Have a fire episode tomorrow, right? That you're gonna.
I talked to Samantha tomorrow.
Samantha Wynn,
and then Four Nerds. We'll be playing it during Four Nerds.
Yeah, we'll be playing it.
I will check them out.
And we'll be starting and stopping it and all that, and we'll be commentating as the interview is progressing. So it'll be an interesting, because we've never done this before.
No.
And unfortunately, the reason why we have to do it is because unfortunate scheduling conflicts. Yeah. We thought she'd be available for a certain time, but then what's up, DC Talk? And she wasn't, so we had to maneuver around. I was pretty excited to talk to her anyway, just because I'm a fan. And tomorrow's my birthday, so I was already best birthday present ever is to get to talk. But then she had to reschedule, and we went through some times or whatever, and we came to the conclusion that I would just be a one-on-one talking to her. So man, I'm excited. So again, in the chat, if you guys have any questions for Samantha Wynn, hit up Anthony on social media. It is ACS 2279 _.
ACS _. They probably all follow me, so they should.
I mean, if you follow me, you follow him already. So nothing new. Nothing new, but man. Well, again, sorry. Thanks for coming on, man, and I will check you out tomorrow.
All right, man. See you guys later.
All right, man.
Peace out,
Anthony, take care.
All right, man. Y'all be easy. Great work, by the way. You guys are fire.
Oh man, thanks. So that was Anthony, ACS Universe. If you haven't already subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. He's a good guy, and he's going to start having his shows again very soon on his personal channel. Let me see, zoom. So yeah, let me unzoom this real quick and just kind of show you guys
in the head.
Right there we go. Okay, so yeah,
that's looking really good, man. That's looking really good.
Let's see. Okay, so there it is. So far, and I've been doing it for about an hour and a half.
Yes, but I noticed something. What takes you longer to do? Drawing line art in digital or in physical?
Digital so far, because I'm not fluent in drawing on a screen. Usually when I would do my art on the computer, it was always with a mouse. So so all of my line art is all pencil. And then what I would do is I draw it on pencil and then I go scan it. And then I have that, and then I'm going to try to draw over that, ink over that, because I have a lot of and I'll hold on one second. I'll pull it up. But
I was thinking just how long it would take you doing this same drawing that you advance now in physical.
Oh, for me to ink it or for me to draw it?
For example, to ink it. To ink it.
It would
to do the same thing that you have done. To do this in traditional.
Yeah, no. See, the way with this, doing it traditional, doing it, actually with Indian ink and a pen, the ink pen, it wouldn't take me as long. But I'm glad with this because I would probably have to use whiteout. Because of all I'm going back over some of these lines and it's like, man, this, like I said, doing the hashtags, doing the cross hatches, and the shading like that, it's something that I'm not used to. So this for me is new. When I do shading, it's gradient, and it's usually with the color. Maybe it's yeah.
I was gonna give you some tips now that you're saying that. I would recommend, and that's just me, doing the whole line art again in one layer and have the cross hatching in a different layer. So that way, if you mess up, you just correct the cross hatching instead of the erasing the line art you did. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Having the cross hatching in the same layer is problematic.
Oh, that's what you have. Sorry, I can't.
Yeah. So this here, right here, when I add that back, that's in a different layer. So the blue is in a different layer.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying.
No, he's talking about for example, the shading. The shading.
Oh, the shading. Okay, so the shading and the cross hatches in two different layers.
No, the liner and the cross hatching. Like you do a liner for the character and do the cross hatching in a separate layer. So that way, if you mess up in the cross hatching, you don't have to delete the liner because it's already done.
Yeah.
Right. So that will be easier for you. And of course, shading in a different layer.
Let me go back to here real quick. Where am I? Let me share this with you. Remove. Let me see. Let me show you this.
It feels so silent without Anthony.
It is. He's usually fire. Share screen.
Oh my god.
Tab. Let me see. Where am I? What is that? Yes, there. This.
Talking about Jim Lee, I had this right now. One of his best works and one of Geoff Jones' most laziest work.
Here, let me go. Okay, so this is line art right here that I did.
Okay.
And this has no. Oops. Can I?
That's you, Ryan.
So this is my character here. It's it's no shading, no cross hatching. There's a little bit of shading underneath the bicep right there. But other than that, there's really no cross hatching or anything like that. This is just sketch, and that'll take me all of maybe 30 minutes to an hour at the most. Not too long. I don't really time myself when I draw.
Yeah.
But yeah, So that's what I would do. So yeah, I mean, and this is a scan. So what I would do is I would take this here, import it in, on for the pad, and then I would trace it, and then I would add the cross hatching and then the shading. But yeah, I could do those in different layers.
Yeah, I think it will be time wise. I mean, smarter. Just that way you can focus on one thing, and then do the other one. And if you made a mistake, it's easier to fix. That's the one of the benefits of going digital. Like all the little
that's one thing I do
apply.
like is the ability to delete, and I don't have to spend so much time erasing or looking at something and saying I can't erase this because if I erase it, I'll destroy the paper or destroy whatever canvas I'm working on. So that's always an issue.
Or for example, if you make a proportion error, you can just select the area and increase it, right? Instead of having to redraw the whole thing. So it saves time in so many aspects.
That's true.
So I mean, that's one thing I really like about this.
For example, I did that with this drawing because when I had to do this like the first time.
Oh, that's the Batman one?
Yes. And still I have to still check I later scanned this and I had to correct certain things like, okay, the bicep is going to be a bit slicker. The head is a bit smaller. I had to like pull this thing a bit upside. Like details, you can correct that in digital. You can't do it. But about more stuff. I don't know. For example, I don't suffer that much because my poses usually are, I don't know, simpler to do maybe. For example, this is one of my character, and usually, for some reason, I don't struggle with poses, but I struggle a lot with the line because my lines are usually a bit, I don't know how to say this.
Squiggly, I guess.
Squiggly,
squiggly. So I've been trying to improve my line art because while my sketches are
okay, right? Yeah.
The line art usually I try to improve it because before my hand was like very nervous. I was like and then I learned. I have a teacher and he told me like you need to stop being so insecure about the liner. You have to be more secure with each stroke, and that helps you with. There's a lot of psychology a bit. He was like, you have to be, you have. I never said this, but he was like, you have fear. You have fear, Alessandro. You are clearly in fear that you're going to do something bad. That you're going to mess up. But don't worry. Just be focused and be quick, and that's how you will improve your time, right? Because if not, you will be like line Control C, line Control C, line Control C like 100 times, and that doesn't help. And so what he taught me was just improve. You can draw a lot of times, but if you don't improve your security, your confidence,
yes,
you will still keep doing the same mistake. You will keep wasting time, and you don't need that. You need to be exactly. I repeat myself already. Confidence that helps you a lot to improve your line art and times too. I'm not saying you don't have those. I'm just saying that helped me a lot.
No, I mean, I hit Control. I've in this broadcast, I've hit Control Z so many times. It does, and this is taking me a lot longer than usual. That's why I'm just like, okay.
But you're talking to us and talking to the chat, so it's a little bit more complicated. You have to multitask, right?
Yeah.
Versus just staying in the zone. I don't know if you understand the concept of the zone when you're doing something and.
Definitely. Yeah, when you're in the zone and you're not really distracted, then you can accomplish a lot, because then you get into a rhythm.
Yeah, exactly.
And the rhythm really helps you out, as far as just getting things done. And like I said, like with this pen here, inking it, I just created this this brush because it's the first time I'm using this brush, so it's not something that I'm comfortable with. So that's why, I'm going through and I'm having to rotate because the brush that I made is not circular; it's oval. So that is causing me to, when I'm doing these cross hatches, I have to kind of make it to where, it's the brush is along the line that okay, like right here. If I were to draw this way versus this way, oh crap, dang it. You guys can't see it because it's not on there. Okay, sorry. My bad. I'm like, hey, check this out. Let me see, share screen. Here we go, share. Okay. And okay, so this little X that I made, let me zoom in on it. Let me erase it first. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Or why did I do that? I can just Control Z. Oh well, whatever. I'm deleting it. I'm deleting it with the eraser. I don't care. Okay, so let me zoom in real quick. Okay, so I made a brush that it's oval, and if I go this way, it comes up with a thick kind of grayish line. But this way, it's more pronounced and dominant because that's the way that this was going. I was hoping that my I still need to work on it, but I was hoping that this thing would have that taper, and it doesn't, and I'm not happy with what I'm doing. So this brush that I'm using is not something that I'm comfortable with yet. So therefore, I'm not going to say yet because I'm probably not going to use it after this sketch is over. But yeah, so I mean, it's just it's not as comfortable a situation as I thought it was going to be. So I just need to play with it a little bit more. And like I said, I this is something that I'm not used to doing. So it's just no, it's not the one. It's just I don't know. It's kind of not uncomfortable, but it's
not ideal.
It's not ideal. It's not ideal for what I'm trying to do. And if I had something, if I was using something that I was more comfortable with, I'd be so much more further along in this particular piece. I think I'd probably be double where I am with here as far as like time.
By the way, Zeever, do you have problems with vision?
With addition?
With vision, your eyes. I mean,
sight.
I was wondering.
No, I mean, I have astigmatism. That's pretty much all I have. And then my eyes get really dry.
Because for that, you could, because there are glasses that could help you have your, help your eyes not get too tired. Because, I mean, it's not because you don't look well, because it's not because you can't watch, but it's because sometimes our eyes can be tired because of the screen light, and sometimes
I mean, I used to work in a call center, and I used to have to stare at a computer screen all day, and my eyes got real tired doing that. Let's see right there. No, I don't like that. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so that's what I used to do. But so you use what sort of tablet do you use?
Oh, mine is a Wacom, a little Wacom. It's just this size. It's very little.
Yeah, that's pretty much a standard tablet that most people use. The Wacom.
Yeah, it is because I like it. I love the screen. I love that it doesn't have a lot of what do you call it? Parallax.
Parallax?
Yeah, that means that like let's just say I have a thick sheet of glass and I put the pin down, and you can see the end of the pin, but then there's a disconnection, and you see your little cursor, like maybe 1/8 of an inch away. And then when you're drawing, it's not connected. Like if you're drawing on paper, the lead is touching the paper and it's moving around. So on this Wacom tablet, you can, as you're moving, there's no parallax, there's no disconnection. It's connected. So
yes.
that's what I like about it.
Well, with this is kind of the same because it moves at the same time you're moving your pen. But I noticed that yes, for some people this is a problem. They need to have they they have to see what they are doing. In my case, I already get myself used to not seeing what I'm doing. Maybe I'm crazy. That's why.
No,
That's
it
all.
happens. So you have the basic Wacom, the one that you have to look at the screen.
Well, I had another one, but and she's a bit bigger.
Yeah, I moved on from Wacom because I used to have one of those with like Alessandro, and then we got an iPad, and that seems to work for
Bringing
me
the
for
fat
what I
lady
do.
here. This was one of my first tablets.
No, that's a nice one.
Yes, and she was too big, sadly. I'm not using her anymore because I don't have the time.
Oh yeah.
But she was very good for its first 5 years. I've been using this one, 5 or 6 years, and it was such a nice. It was a gift from my father, and still I loved this. I don't use it. I don't use this tablet anymore, but it's a good one. And yes, space helps a lot. However, I realize that sometimes space isn't the best for me, at least for me. So I like to draw in a smaller space. I don't know, for some reason it makes things, for my mind, makes things look easier. So helps from that perspective.
That's psychological too.
The psychological battle.
Yeah, and I have another Wacom tablet, and it's smaller. But yeah, it's in the other room, and that's just so that I don't have to draw in here all the time. So, thank you. Okay, so
Hey,
so this is the other one that I have.
Oh, nice. Which one is that one? What model?
It's the media. It's the 13-inch Wacom Media Pro.
Cool. Yeah.
So it's not it's its own computer.
Oh,
So,
dude,
I
that's
noticed.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just sick.
So yeah,
I never had one of those.
It's really helpful.
So you use it for traveling and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
And just sitting in the other room, so that I don't have to sit in here and draw. But yeah, so that's what I got. And like I said, I like the brand, and I haven't had. I mean, I had one issue. This was connected to a different computer, but it wasn't this. It was the computer that was having the issue. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I haven't had any problems with this brand. So
No, Wacom is very reliable. The only thing is like sometimes they run out of tablets, so you have to wait a long time, or they discontinue some.
I remember a terrible brand for tablets, Genius.
I never heard of that one.
There's a brand called Genius, and they usually made smaller tools. I don't know, like mouses and some keyboards. I don't know. I mean, keyboards. What I'm talking about. Okay, whatever. So they were selling. It was before this big one, this fat girl, the tablet. Before that time, I didn't have tablets, so I was like looking for one, and I found a Genius tablet, and it was like, it's cheap, it's quick, nice. I take it. It was a bad mistake. It was a terrible mistake. It broke in like half a year.
Oh no.
We have a saying in Spanish. I don't know how to translate it. Lo barato sale caro, right? Like if you go cheap, sometimes that the quality is not the best.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. Yeah, there was one I was a long time ago. I was looking into it. It's called Huyan.
Yeah. No, those are very cheap, but they're not too bad. I don't know what your experience was with those, but
I did not buy. I bought the Wacom instead.
Oh, okay.
I was just looking at reviews, and that was just one that I was looking at, and I forgot why, but it just, for that one, just wasn't for me. So I was like, okay. So ever since I started using this one, it's been good. I really do enjoy working on it. yeah, so that's for now. I'm a Wacom guy.
No, yeah. Same
I don't
here.
know.
Dude.
I don't know if there's a word for that, like a fan of Wacom.
Wacom.
Waconer.
Wacom Sock'em. So
I was doing now a comic. I don't know if I can show it, but
Go ahead.
no,
What is it?
in a moment.
okay.
No, today I was doing a page for a little comic I'm doing. It's not mine comic. It's for another client.
Oh, okay.
It's a historical comic.
Let me see.
So I don't know if
It's
I can show
it's
it.
a period piece.
It's a period piece. It's about history. It's like in the 1800s. No. Yes. No.
No.
1700s.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
1600s.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna try this.
It's the 1800s because it's before
A little smaller.
it's like before the independence. So there's a process of independence in my country, and there was like a lot of battles, and it's about that around that time. Yes,
Okay.
like 1700s and something like that. No, but you tell me. Oh, I can show it now. Okay. How can I share this? Dang it.
There's an option to screen share run in the
Yeah.
after
Can you
1, 2, 3, 4 in the little down bar. You see the
Oh,
red
okay.
X? This is like a square with a plus sign.
Just saw it. Yes. Damn it.
Yeah, you have to select what you want, like what screen you want to share and all that stuff.
I feel like a boomer. Fuck.
oh no.
I mean, you don't look like a boomer, but
Yeah, you don't look like a boomer.
I just have the mind of one.
oh, God.
Okay, here you go.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
here
I
is-
see it. I see it. Hold on. Let me get over there.
so this is just, for example, just something quick I'm doing right now.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a battle with a lot of horses, and in this case, there's a side that is chasing the other one. The others are screaming, "Shit! Why?" Oh, I got worried. So the story is like these men hide in the forest before the fight even started, and when the other side came to around this place, they were attacked by surprise by the group. So they start chasing them, and that's how they won the fight. In other words, they cheated. They had better understanding of the place, so that's how they won.
Yeah,
So-
I mean it's just a strategy, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So these are the drawings, a bit of the style that I'm going for. It's a bit simpler, and how much it took this, like half an hour to do this.
That horse looks very happy though.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
horse is well fed.
Sadly, I have to take more references. Crap. Yes, he looks a bit too happy. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he likes the wild. I don't know. Maybe
He's
a
he
hardcore
likes
horse.
killing. He's a killer.
I am being used to kill people. That's and so I was more happy with this part. It was a bit easier to draw. It was like
Your
that.
style reminds me of. Have you seen the show Metalocalypse?
Metalocalypse.
Never seen it. Oh, it's like it's like Adult Swim show, a rock metal band. It's old. I mean, I guess it's old, but you know who John Schnepp is?
Yes, I know who's John Schnepp.
I think he created that show. I think he was running
Okay.
it that show for a while. Metalocalypse, like metal in like putting metal and apocalypse together, Metalocalypse or something like that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that.
Series of animation. It's an animation series.
I
saw this
Adult
guys.
Swim. It was an
my
Adult
God.
Swim. They used to have a song really popular called Coffee. It's a metal song about coffee. It's hilarious, dude. But the show is like adult swim
guys.
show, rated R. Yeah.
Yeah, I think these guys inspired a lot of animators to do these crazy metal videos, and I don't know. I didn't watch them that much, but I saw some clips in YouTube some years ago.
Yeah,
I don't.
of people like doing this, spinning the helicopter with it.
No, this is not my style usually. My style usually is more cartoony, but this was a bit of my. I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
I'm still
it's
trying
good,
to
it's
improve.
good.
The problem is that I have to do this quicker, so I can't afford myself to be that perfectionist. For example, I have problems drawing horses to this day. I'm still like, how do they run? Or is this supposed to be like this? I suppose.
Well, you probably need to watch like a bunch of reference pictures of horse races, or that's usually the best bet. Like just get a bunch of pictures for reference.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
yes,
get a
I
lot
saw-
of reference and muscle structure and all that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw a lot actually. The detail is that once you stop watching them, you're like, how it was? It was like this. And the problem, yes, no, yes, for sure. I do a little study about how the legs. For example, you can see about how they're standing. I remember a lot of the pictures, but
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, how the hell it was like the. I sometimes even scare my dog. When last time I was drawing a little sketch of there was a scene with a little dog, and I was like, I don't remember. I don't have a picture of how the dog should pose. So I brought my dog right here, and I was like, okay, sit. Okay, now move your butt right here. Okay, now look, don't move.
Yeah.
So that's it. Oh, I think I have some other sketches too. I did. This is something I did for some kids. My girlfriend is a teacher, so she was.
Mhm.
School
What?
teacher, like middle school, elementary, like for little kids, or
She
high school?
does. She high school.
Oh, that's pretty
and,
cool.
High school and middle school. So these kids were making stories.
Yeah.
Stories for. She made them a challenge, like, okay, kids make a new story, an original story about one hero, and this hero have to achieve something at the end. Cool. And it was like, I don't know, 6th grade, like they were just 10 years old.
I bet they
And
have
so-
fun with that class homework.
No, they didn't do this, but
Oh.
she promised them that she will make she was going to make they were like 10 like
The top
30
10?
20 students in her class, and she promised them that like the one who makes the better story, like better written and with more effort inside,
Mhm.
will have an award, a prize. How can I say this? An award.
Yeah,
A recompense.
reward.
A reward, exactly. And your reward will be a drawing of your character in a professional comic book style. And
She compromised you. She asked you
She
to
compromised me. She compromised me because she doesn't know how to. She knows how to draw a bit. So she informed me last night, like, "Hey man, Alessandro, I did this. Can you do it?" And I was like,
And she knows you're not gonna say no, so you're like, okay.
she knows I love her. So I was like, okay, I can do one right now. Actually, I tell them that there's going to be a top 3 best
Oh my
stories.
god!
Oh, well,
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do
there's
three.
more.
Top 3.
Nice.
And so it was like for example, this kid made this little guy here. It's called Leonard. Leonard the Scarman, and so
Scarman.
Scarman. It was one of his story was quite creative, and it's sad
yeah.
because this little guy dies at the end of the story.
So,
He-
he's a good writer.
No, exactly. It was a competition of writing. It was a writing competition, and we evaluated the stories, and
Yeah.
from the 30 stories, we choose only 3. And so these 3, I'm glad these kids are awesome. They even they draw a little picture of how they wanted their hero to look. And so this kid drew this, and I drew like my interpretation of how he would look. I mean, so
let me see. Let me see.
so this is the kid drawing. He's supposed to be a very slender guy with a hat and a mask, and he has a weapon that throws fire.
A
So I did
flamethrower.
this. A flame? No, it's not a flame.
Dude.
No, he never said flamethrower, so I have
Just
to
like
just
a
interpret
fire
from
gun?
what.
Yeah, that's a good.
Something
that's a
like
good
that.
interpretation.
Dude,
Exactly.
that's really good. That's a very good like redrawing of that one.
So, and then next one it was a girl. No, okay. The second winner was a girl. She made a story about a girl with wolf powers. So
The wolf powers? Okay, okay.
yes, she has
Kind of
wolf.
like the girl from that X-Men movie, New
Yes.
Mutants or something.
New Mutants, exactly. In this case, she even gave me references. So,
Oh, cool.
and so okay, basing from that and her story, I did this. Where is it? Here it is. This little girl. Supposedly, she has she
She's like
has
a
a mask.
ninja
She
werewolf.
no, she has a mask. She's a werewolf that is hiding her identity. So she uses a hood and a mask to hide her ears and her teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
snout.
the story. And then the last one was a kid who wanted. He created some kind of Mega Man story about like another hero that sacrifices his life. It's very curious. Girls used to do stories that involve adventure with more ease, like adventure, grand stories,
Grand
and
scope.
grand scope stories about discovering yourself and discovering secrets. While
Yeah.
the boys are a bit more straightforward. They're like, there's a bad guy to defeat. There's a bad guy, and we will have to find a way to defeat him. They're more direct with their approach to stories, and it's so fascinating because, for example, this little guy here was his. For example, the girl, the girl's story was as the story of finding the secret girlfriend and the goddess of that she gave. And I don't know, it was a very complex story about finding yourself and finding
Yeah,
love.
it's like not coming of age. Coming of age is a good way to put it, but it's like
A coming of
se-
age.
Yeah,
Exactly.
coming of age self-discovery stories are more complex theme, while the voices they're more like action based, more like let's defeat the bad guys,
Let's put it
superhero.
together.
Sure.
But there's something interesting because even then, when there's a bad guy, the kids have something that the girls doesn't have. The kids usually put the detail of this guy. For example, this guy loses his best friend and her leg. And her, yes, and for example,
she loses the leg.
No,
he,
the
he
guy
chooses
loses.
he chooses the leg. And meanwhile, the girl, for example, um, this character, the girl, the wolf girl, she doesn't die. She just lose. She doesn't lose anything. She just discover secrets.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this other guy, the flamethrower dude, he dies. He saves the world's dying.
It's a heroic
He-
hero, heroic
a
death.
heroic hero. That there's
Right.
the story is just how it's very interesting. This kid is these kids now are so crazy and inventive because he described the origin story and then describes what are we going to present now is the last chapter on his story and how he saved the world. And this very crazy story of how this guy is depressed until a meteor is going to strike the air and destroy everything, and this guy goes to space with his flamethrower and dies in a full raging explosion, saving the world from
Well,
this
at least
meteor.
he died, right? I mean, that's the point. You
So-
kill him. You gotta kill
Yeah,
him.
so that's it. It was very crazy.
Oh, they were fun. All of them, they were really cool, fun stories for
Yeah,
the 10-year-old people for 10-year-old kids to come up
today
with.
today she showed them. Today she showed them the pictures. She made top 3 of the guys that won the award, and she told me it was very fun. And I was like, she just called me some hours ago, like, oh my god, Alessandro, it was so fun. The kids were loving the drawings, and I was like, huh? I was like so sleep. I particularly stay all night just for that.
Oh crap! Oh yeah.
Hey, but at least
I'm glad they
you're
like it.
helping the future, like
No.
these kids to get inspired, and maybe they wanna do more of that later on, man.
A little recommendation: don't marry a teacher unless you want to help them with her material, because it's awesome in that way. If you want to do that, I love that. I love to do that, so that's awesome for me. But if you were going to complain, that's not an option. You can't complain. You have to help her, and that it was so crazy. She literally was like, "Okay, Alessandro, I know it's like middle." It was midnight when she told me, and it was like, "Oh my god, I want to do this crap, but it's like midnight, and I."
Oh man, the things you do for love.
Well, hey guys, let me go ahead and close this out. Let me show what I've done so far. It's not complete,
Finally.
of course, but let me see. Let me reset. This.
10 hours later.
Yeah, I know, right? This, I've got to find a better solution than this.
Hey, there's a new. I don't know about this, but I think there is a way to. I don't know. I was thinking of something crazy. If we should someday do a.
So I got a bicep all the way to his head. So that's as far as I got
in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5 hours. That's pretty much it. So let me turn. Oh, well, yeah, I'm trying to control it from over there. Okay, so this is what I inked as we talked today. That's it.
Props to you. It looks professional. That's it.
Oh, thank you.
It looks very neat.
I can't wait to see the whole thing with colors and everything. Do you think?
Oh yeah. So I do plan on. I'm gonna finish this whole thing. I do plan on coloring the whole thing, and I'm gonna put that. I'll post that everywhere. So yeah, man. I appreciate your guys' information and everything that you guys have said about your own experiences. And go ahead and plug yourself as far as like what people can where people can find you and what's coming up next for you being released and where people can see more of your artwork.
Okay, me first because I want this guy to end. Me first because this guy has to end with his promotion. Okay, I don't have much promotions for now. It's just that for now I'm just working on my own characters that I'm finally trying to, expand on them, develop them, trying to put them some love to evolve them, and I'm trying to now starting to do animation. So
awesome! I saw that. That was awesome.
I don't know if you visit my channel, you will see that I try some animation. So here a little. I don't know. See, for example, this is.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You posted that on Twitter. Oh, hold on. Let me put that on full screen.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Well, hey, if you don't want people to see it.
It's like no, but it's on my YouTube channel. But
it is.
I think you can check it
You
out.
did a pretty good job of recreating that for and using your own personal style.
I mean, I could have showed it right now, but I think that's getting too late for you guys. So that's it. And you can. I have a store. I have a Teespring store if you want. I don't know if you could. I don't know if I could share it right now, but.
No. Just put it in the. I think you can put it in the chat. Or just follow. Is it on your Twitter? Follow.
Oh yes, it's just follow me, and you can find the link for my channel in the description. It's Mask of Shy, and you can Google me. Seriously, Google people. It's easier that way to find me. Just Google Ale Candioti. It's right here. So that's it.
All right, and Simon, you're up. Where can people find you, and what can they expect to see next from you?
Well, as we've been saying earlier, I'm coming up with my own original manga, and you can expect it by summer, around July, August, and you will be able to purchase it here in my Etsy store. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me pull that up real quick. Hold on, let me get back on there. Add to stream. There we go. Okay.
So yeah, you can get it on my Etsy store, etsy.com/shop/Blaze Manga, and you can also get some of my fan art here, and anything you like. And if you want to request, just request it in the comments or send me a message, and we'll have a list of characters that people want me to draw. So we'll get into that as soon as we can. But in the meantime, you can anticipate or wait for my manga Iridescent that's coming around July, August. And if you want to follow me on Instagram to get updates on the manga or in any artwork, you go to Iridescent Manga Instagram, and that's where you can see my activity. That's where I'm most active.
Okay.
Hey man, I don't know if I could. Zeever, I share my link. Yes, if you could share it if you want.
Where? Oh, in the private chat. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see. Here we go. Let me copy that.
I can't believe some people do like it. So I have at least 4 people buying a couple of.
There you go.
Just for I made like 4 sales, so that's something.
Hey, that is something. I mean, it feels good when people appreciate your artwork. I know.
Yes,
I know that.
You guys know the culture nerd guy, Taylor.
Oh yeah, Taylor.
Oh, he bought something. That's cool.
Yes, he ordered the group picture of
group
all
picture.
the fans.
Yeah. I need to get that too. I need to get that from you because I'm in that. So I definitely need to.
Oh yeah, you have that group picture with all of us there.
Yeah,
I should get that one.
It's pretty dope. How long did it take you to make that from start to finish?
That monster took some time because I started like last year around May. Last year, yes, around May.
So I would say almost a year.
The deal is that the problem wasn't that the problem is that I wasn't doing it all the time. I wasn't advancing.
Whenever you could, yeah.
But it was because I was like, I know there's a writer's block. In this case, I was like,
artist.
I don't know what else to put.
Sure, no, I mean, I can see how hard that would be, or that could be difficult because it's a collage, and who do you add? Where do you add them? How is this whole thing going to look? So I get that. And how big does it need to be? Who all can you put on there? How do there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. So I mean, it's not just a straightforward drawing.
Everybody, yeah.
There it is. There it is. Let me highlight you. Boop. Yeah, so that's it. That's it right there, guys. It has a lot of YouTubers on there.
Zeeverfett is where I.
There I am. Oh wait,
there he is.
Amanda and Colbert.
Yeah, and you got there's ACS. Anthony was in here.
And here you go, Nicotina.
Ryan.
Nicotina
is there, of course.
Well, here it is. And at Zod Writer's site.
Yeah, there he is. There he is. Yeah, it sure says Zod.
They're spot on. Like even though they're in your style, I can recognize every single person there.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
I try to use a more cartoony style that would match with your faces. Sadly, but don't get mad at me because for Simon
that one's spot on, dude. That one's perfect. I remember coloring that one too.
Yeah, that's because I just how can trace yours.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, that was a good one. Got the features right. So.
There you go. Well, guys, I appreciate you both showing up, and also Anthony from ACS Universe. Check us out tomorrow as we interview Samantha Wynn from Army of the Dead. Let me see. And guys, here we go. No, that's not what I wanted. Check out my Teespring store and also TeePublic store for any of the logos that are still available from any of your most popular properties. We still do stand with Ray Fisher, even though there is a changing of the guard and there's a whole lot of things going on over at Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yes,
he's still there's still issues there. There's still things that need to be discussed, and And so, yeah, I still stand with him. I'd like to thank every one of my Patreons that helps out a lot with making these broadcasts and is going to help me going forward. And like I said, my broadcast, I'm going to try to, my target is to hit Tuesdays. So I hope to see you guys there. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time. Later.
See ya.
See you guys. Take care.